Oh, we'll make
it is
10 bucks.
One chip gang.
Check. Check.
Check. Did you post a... Oh, there it is. I see it.
Hello, check.
It's so slow.
Hey, Ron, Paul,
Hey.
Joel.
Ask if we got sound now.
Yeah,
They said we can hear you. Hey, Jesus, Raider Lorian.
Oh, Paul can hear the voices in his head again.
Oh, thank goodness.
Damn it, Paul. If it's us, that is scary.
Hey, Martin Miller, Raider Roo. Frankie Mosqueda. John Ogle, did you hit the PayPal just now on that? Ebony Graves in the house. Let's go.
My girl, Ebony.
Man, I'm looking at this fan cam right now. I need a haircut, bro. Good grief.
Caught up.
Yeah, it's got
Go
the
cleaned
back
up there on the back.
Yeah, it's got the back of the
That's all good.
back of the dome, man.
All right, we don't have an intro video, but we got the song. Let's go ahead and kick off episode number 290 of Raiders Fan Radio.
Hey, it's Mike Garafolo, NFL Network here in the home office, and you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes. All that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Koleknikov, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down. Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Well, I love this team. I think this team can win.
Me too.
I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Why? Thank you, Brent Musburger. What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we trust will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio, coming to you live from the dining room.
Hey!
Because we ain't got no home. Shit. Man.
Where else are we going to do this damn show
I
from?
don't know, man. It was
Holy
like
cow, your bathroom is spacious.
Yeah, we could go
Tune in
there.
live
That's
next week.
true.
Yeah,
we would
yes,
only
sir.
need one camera.
Well,
That'd
that's
be
true.
perfect.
That is, yeah.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
Storm did ask if this was the new bonus Raider room.
No,
so-
this is not the new bonus Raider room. This is the old dining room in the old house. We're still working on getting this thing sold. It's on the market, and Fan Cave 2.0 is still loading, as the kids say. But we are looking forward to getting that thing going. Hopefully, very, very soon. When me and my lovely, I was gonna say my lovely vibrator, but that sounds funky.
Hey,
Hey.
don't tell us about your life.
The lovely Valerie.
It's still
we
light
got- yeah, we
outside.
get-
It is not that time.
get into the new place. And so, yeah, then we'll get the new fan cave going. But until then, we're going to be going around. So today we're in the dining room. Next week, we'll be back on the porch, probably.
Yep.
And do another Raiders Fan Radio rundown. And then we are,
Well, we're meeting with someone on Friday to talk about.
just gonna say that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll say it then.
well, let me get there, Jeff. Damn it.
I'm excited, man.
I can
Shit.
tell. Jeez. So we're gonna go to the porch, and then we're meeting at this place called the Red Phone Booth, which is like a speakeasy kind of thing, which is interesting because I love that kind of vibe. But that, I don't know like how Raidery that is, so we have to like dress different and stuff. Like they got like a dress code and stuff. But anyways, they were so kind to offer to have us get there. Actually, I think CPA Joel. Set that thing up and they
Respect
offered
to him,
much
yeah.
I mean, it'd be
respect.
like RFR on the road, though. So, like, that's super cool.
So it'd be kind of cool, yeah. So anyway, so we're going to be back there then. And then hopefully by that time, after another rundown on the porch, then we can maybe be back, be into the new studio. We'll see. All right. But anyways, enough about that. Enough about housekeeping. Let's go ahead and throw it around the room.
Oh, first, just FYI,
Oh, sure.
Vibrators. She's not opposed to vibration. So I just wanted to.
Hey-o.
That's why she picked that name. Pause. Pause.
Oh, I love it.
Do it one more time, Jeff.
Pause.
All right, here we go. So, anyway, so let's go ahead and throw it around the room. So, my name is Murf. If you're new to the show, this is Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter journey into the dark side. We don't take ourselves too seriously, but we do take our Raider fandom seriously. And we're going to get to the Raiders, although we'll typically talk about some other stuff before we get into it. But we will definitely get into the Raiders. And we have any of you in the YouTube comments, not the chat, not our chat, but the comments afterwards. You guys don't talk enough about the Raiders. We got all the damn Raider talk, but first we got some other stuff to get to. So without further ado, let's pass it around the room. To my left, to the one side of the dining room table, my best friend and yours, he is Swag Jeff.
Well, yeah.
It's style and then profiling.
Man, I'm fired up to be here. Fired up. I got arms doing all sorts of things this week, but I'm fired up to be here. Yeah, we got a monster show. This one might be one of those 3-hour shows, a 3-hour show. But yeah, so yeah, I'm fired up to be here.
You got Jeff. You got one broken arm. You got one freshly tattooed arm. You're looking good over there, buddy.
I'm playing hurt, man. Like
Yeah, you
Paul
are.
says I'm playing hurt. Yep, I had successful surgery on Friday, and then I got a
Let's
little.
give it up for TOA.
Yeah,
respect.
Yeah,
Respect TOA. Thank you for fixing my arm. But yeah, so the sun's out, guns out, as Hooligan
Damn
Nation
right.
and Raider Roo said, but it's for a reason because I got ink.
Yeah, you did.
I got ink and I want to talk
That's
about it.
great.
So respect to my girl Alex Inks and here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for hooking me up with the Raider tat, man.
Nice,
It's
dude. Looks
official.
good.
It's officially official. I'm in this shit for life, bro.
Now,
Right,
yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
You know what I
sure
mean?
Are.
Yeah.
Anybody that ever doubted that
That's right, got
recognize.
jumped in.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
Recognize.
So we don't do this show alone.
Hell no.
So to my front, right here.
Your front is right.
to his right on my front right here, the woman that adorns the across the dining room table from me, it is Michelle Sweat.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
listen.
Hey, you were right on cue
It
with that
was
one,
so
pal.
on cue.
That
I
was
wasn't
good.
ready. It was so on cue.
I worked on this shit before we went on.
Now, listen, I'm having to be here. Listen, nothing stops this show. We'll do whatever we got to do to get this done. So whether it's setting up on
Absolutely.
the table or setting up at the deli, listen, you're going to get us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you putting up with the makeshift studios here, the makeshift Raiders Fan Radio studio. But we're going to have a lot of fun anyways. Like I said, we've got a ton of Raiders stuff to get to. We've got a lot of housekeeping to get to. So just bear with us as we as we go through this stuff. So first off, do you have a
Holy shit, man.
I'm gonna get this engine started at some point.
Damn.
I'm gonna. Do you?
We're going to have to clip that and use that as a bit. Hey, do you have to do...
I thought it was talking like Porky.
Yeah, that's it. But that's all, folks.
Shut up.
Damn, dude.
Do I have a for whom Michelle told us that what you were about
Yes,
to
that.
ask?
I think there's something like that.
So I didn't have one, but I have a little short one.
Do
I've
it.
got a short one.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we haven't even really started the season. And people are already talking about drafts for next year and all this other crap. Ooh.
Oh, you almost did it. I saw it. I saw the FUC coming out.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Just get on board and have a little faith that the ship is gonna right. The ship's gonna get right. Like, it's too soon to pissed. Yep. Well, there you go. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, come on. It's too soon. You're not gonna have enough runway when we start really. If things start going downhill, you ran out of runway. So you got to start back and have a little hope, have a little faith that things could actually turn out in our favor. Just hang in there early. Okay.
Amen. Well done, Michelle.
100%.
Well done.
Couldn't agree more.
Way to clap the table, Jeff.
Well, I got one arm, jackass.
Well said, Michelle. Absolutely.
It's just ridiculous out
Well,
there.
we root
It
for
is
this football team.
ridiculous.
So, let's root for the football team as long as we have something to root for.
Yeah.
And when we start off the season 0-5, then bitch.
we can jump off
freaking
the bridge.
Everybody can lose it. Yeah. But until then-
And that'll be okay.
it's going to happen.
It's going to be okay. When
we're going to go 0-5.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But
too soon for
It was a
that.
joke. It was a
for
joke.
the thing that to be a part of a thing that we love so much. I just got it tattooed on my freaking body. Why would that be a thing that we're like, I'm so sad about all the time? Just be pumped, man. Find something
Find
to
something.
be excited
Find
about.
something to be excited about.
Something, even if it's Max Crosby's new face mask, or just be fired up about
Anything.
literally anything and latch onto that.
Yep.
Stop talking about stupid shit.
And that doesn't and that doesn't say that we don't accept mediocrity.
Right.
We're not, settling for
Absolutely.
that is not that
Yeah.
the spirit. So don't hear what we're not
Right.
saying.
And I'm not saying
You know what I
you
mean?
can't fan the way you fan, but a fan is supportive until the shit hits the fan, and
Amen.
then you can jump off the bridge. And I'll stand there with you when you do. I'm not gonna jump with you, but I'll stand there with you and make sure you survive the landing.
There you go.
But
Absolutely, we're not the
damn.
fan police, but that's
No,
but
exactly.
for sure.
'cause
and
I know
you-
that's coming.
Oh yeah, well, and that's what we always say. The only thing that defines your fandom is the passion in which you root for this
Right.
football team. We don't care how long you've been a fan for. We don't
Right.
care how many games you go to.
Yes.
How much ink you have. How many jerseys you. None of that shit matters. What's the passion that you bring to this Las Vegas Raiders thing? That's all we care about. And people bring it in different ways, and that's fine. But I tend to agree with Michelle that I'm gonna lean on the positivity. As long as there's something to be positive about, like what Jeff's point was. As long as there's something, I'll find something to root for and be happy because I love this football team. And then when those things run out, then that's when this show will turn. And anyways, but okay, all right, good
yes,
stuff though,
yes.
Michelle. Thank you for that. All right, Jeff.
Murph. Holy cow. That was a lot.
We got a lot to get out, guys.
We
You can
got a
tell
lot.
we
We got a lot of shit going
You
on,
can tell
man.
we're in the off season and we're on the road here.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so this is episode number 290, and for those that aren't familiar, if they're new to Raiders Fan Radio, we know we have not very many, because we have many. There's a lot of you. There's new people.
Many.
All y'all.
Many of you.
All y'all. There you go. We have a lot of new folks that join the show each and every week. We see the numbers. When we have partner with different other podcasts, especially like the Silver and Black Today guys with Scott and Mo. We see jumps in our numbers. We see new folks coming in. And so if you're new to the show, we appreciate you very, very much for joining, and hope you get a kick out of it as we take a lighter side journey. But also what we do is we take our episode number and we tie it to something significant within Raider Nation, and that honor goes to my best friend and yours, Swag Jeff.
Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. But before I do that, man.
Okay.
So you know, we got a foundation.
Yeah, we
Damn
do.
right we do.
We got a foundation, man. So if you're new to this whole Raiders fan radio thing, we thank you for joining us and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and shout out the chat room at some point too.
I absolutely will.
Okay.
Absolutely will. So we a few years ago we realized we could make money doing the show. So we decided quickly we wanted to give all of that away. So we started a nonprofit back in 2020, the One Nation Foundation. So we give to different. At this time, it's just Raider related charities. If this thing grows big enough, we'll expand outside of that. But yeah, so we created the One Nation Foundation. We give primarily to the Bolitnikovs, and so this time of the year, the summer, we call it the Summer of Swag. So the Summer of Swag, it's where we put some stank on a couple episodes, and we give away some really cool signed autographed merchandise. And so this week we've got a special one tonight, and it's the last quarterback that and it's the Super Bowl that you're wearing. And I think that's so appropriate that you wore it.
Yeah,
you're wearing the Charles Woodson Super Bowl jersey. So at the helmet quarterback was number 12. That is our boy Rich Gannon. And Michelle, if you want to hold that up right there, if you want to throw it to Michelle right there, we are auctioning off this signed Rich Gannon jersey. It is a beaut for sure, and it comes with the JSA certificate of authenticity. So tonight, every $10 donation tonight via Super Chat, go get you one poker chip into the running to win that bad boy. And we're so fired up because before the show even went live, we had $350.
Oh, let's go.
That's incredible.
Again, if this is your first time tuning in, you can get in the mix during the Summer of Swag by hitting our PayPal direct. Go to onenationfoundation.net and hit the donate button. It'll take you direct to our PayPal page. And every $10 that you donate, whether it be $10 or whether it be $1 million, that will get you that many poker chips, you know, for every 10 that it is.
And a house.
Yes.
If you donate $1 million,
Listen.
you can actually buy the fan cave and all that. Yeah. And Swag Job will come and mow your lawn every week for the rest of your life. But yeah, so we've got $350 before the show, and then a couple people donated during. I'm gonna list those off. Lee B, a $40 donation.
Hey.
Billy Bats Raider, a $10 donation.
Nice.
Big Shane, a $100 donation.
Yeah.
Ebony Graves, $20 donation.
Nice.
Just Win Wendy, a $50 donation.
Thank you, Wendy.
Jay Will, $20 donation.
Will.
Kevin the Raider Nerd, $100 donation.
Big Kev.
Kill Jada's #OneChipGang, $10 donation.
Nice.
And John Ogle, $20 donation. Woo. And then Miss Ebony just hit another 10
Yes.
via Super Chat right now. So yeah, so we're just shy of $400 already for that
my
thing. And this is
God.
going to be a long ass show. So you guys got plenty of time to get in the mix. And it all goes to the One Nation Foundation, man.
Yeah, it
So we're
does.
presenting a check, hopefully for $15,000. That's our goal to the Bolitnikovs this fall. So get in the mix, man. Help us out. The One Nation Foundation, we're doing a lot of good. But
You're killing
cow.
it. You're
Take a
crushing
breath.
it right now.
Yeah,
Jeff.
you're
I mean, my vocal
crushing it.
cords work great, and both my arms ain't worth a shit. But but yeah. So every episode number, I take a significant moment within Raider Nation, relate it back to the episode number, and this episode is 290.
Heck yeah, it is.
290, and we're going to be going not too far back,
Okay.
How far are you going back?
just to 2015,
And
Just
it goes
a
a little something like this.
and it goes a little something like this. So yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Hey, so we're gonna be highlighting a controversial guy
Okay.
that some people really love and some people just kind of don't care for anymore. And that's 2015 wide receiver Amari Cooper. That's Amari. That's Amari Cooper. So
Okay.
he was selected in the first round of the 2015 draft. Right? Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, after Derek and Khalil
The year
and
after.
Gabe Jackson.
Yeah. So
Was he
he
8th overall?
He's top 10, right?
I think it was 8 overall. I don't remember. Something like that.
Whatever it was. But anyway, so he was initially assigned the jersey number 19, but then switched to 89 when his buddy James Jones was released.
That's
and
right.
That has nothing to do with the episode number. I just wanted to tell you.
Just
there you
throwing
go.
it out.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there.
But
Put that in
so,
your trivia bag.
For those who
There
don't
you
know.
go. There you go. So, and Storm said Coop was like 4th or 5th overall or something like
Oh,
that.
was he?
So,
Okay,
and
all right.
that's-
I knew
and
it was
that's-
high, but yeah, I couldn't remember.
So, and Hooligan Nation, apparently he did his homework. He already got it. So the first 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
So
Yeah,
the
he
first
did.
3. The
Okay,
first,
wait a minute.
Okay.
Is that the first time
That someone has guessed it?
someone has gotten what the episode number was before we ever laid it out? That was money,
That
dude.
is money. Good
Hey,
job,
let's go,
Hooligan.
Hooligan Nation, I'm going to tell you this. Hit me up. Send me your shirt size. I'm going to send you a T-shirt.
Right
Oh,
on.
yeah.
I'm going to send you a T-shirt.
Well,
swag
and I've
swag
got
at
his-
RaidersFanRadio.com. Hit me up.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hit
and we've
me-
got his address because he won the jersey last time.
That's
he
right.
did. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah.
Good.
In fact,
yeah.
and real quick, and I'm totally don't want to derail what you're doing because your segments
Yeah,
are
all right,
awesome.
all right, hot dog, get to it.
No, but I want to let everybody know. I know. I deserve that. I totally deserve that one. Let everybody know everything is out. All the jerseys, all the shirts, all the
Yes.
coffee mugs, all the
job.
Everything's on the way.
because the fulfillment department around here sucks because it's me. So so sometimes it takes a minute to get all that stuff out. It's all out now. If you are owed a shirt or definitely not the big merch because I know that stuff all went where it's supposed to be. But like if you owed a shirt or something, again, let Jeff know. Please remind us, and we'll get that thing out to you. Sorry, Jeff. Back to 290.
No, absolutely. So Amari Cooper, he was electric his rookie season.
Fantastic.
He was absolutely
Yes.
electric before he got a case of the dropsies. You know, he was really, really good.
Yeah,
So
he
that
was.
stretch of the first 3 games, and he like almost set a rookie record. Because he had 290 receiving yards in his first 3 games as an Oakland Raider. Yep, absolutely,
cool.
absolutely. So much respect to Amari. Thank you.
Very very good stuff there, and appreciate T-Hom and appreciate you, Swag Jeff.
Absolutely, and we appreciate Trinidad.
Yes.
that just said he just donated $20 direct to the PayPal.
Back to the
Nice.
PayPal.
Yep,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Trin.
So
Thank you.
so
That's
yep.
awesome.
So you will get poker chip number 10, pal.
Awesome.
There we go. Sweet. Excellent. All right, good deal. Well, we appreciate you also very, very much. And let's go ahead and get to some contact info, and then we're going to kick off the top of the show here with a little bit of respect. Do I have the contact info? I don't know. Is it on this board over here?
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, you don't, because it's not connected anymore. I have to reconnect that thing.
Oh, okay. Hey, Raider Nation, you got your old Uncle Mosh with a
see if I
little updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. All right, boys and girls, whatever. Go to Facebook.com/Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. If you don't like that, go to the damn Twitter.
Woo! Hey, Raider Nation.
That's pretty good, dude.
Got your old Uncle
mean, yeah.
Mosh
I thought
here
it was already
with
playing.
an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murf would say, 909-345-3346. How about emailing me? You want to email me?
Hey.
Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan
Obviously.
Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. The ticky-ticky-tocky-tock. TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there Twitch. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Good.
Oh,
shit.
that was so shit.
That
I'm
was
so sorry.
Terrible.
I was in the chat. I was doing my thing.
Oh, man.
Same.
God dang it. I'm so sorry.
Here we go.
That was
Here we go.
terrible.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's
On
on
3.
us.
1, 2, 3.
Good.
There we go. There we go. That's
redeemed
better.
ourselves.
Oh,
that
Lord
was
have
sorry,
mercy.
chat.
That
Sorry,
did feel
guys.
good. I know it was like totally rehearsed and like counted down.
Yeah, but it felt
But-
a little.
but
felt
I
a little
liked
bit.
it.
That
Yeah.
felt-
really
oh, yeah.
liked
I'm
it.
glad you did it again because I was gonna feel bad the rest
The
of
whole
this
rest of the
effing
show.
show.
Well,
That was
Well, we don't deserve any respect for that. Our timing
Nope.
on there, but
Definitely not.
There are definitely some people out there we want to give
Zero
respect to. We
respect.
don't give props. We don't do shout outs. There's nothing wrong with those things. But we're Italian. We like to give a little bit of respect.
Murf, Swaggy J,
Hey.
Nation.
Oh.
It's time for a little respect. You know, respect ain't bought, it ain't sold, it ain't demanded, it ain't negotiated, it's earned. And without blowing smoke or giving shameless plugs, we want to say salute and much respect to the following folks.
Thanks for joining us at the dining room table. Pass the taters. What's for dinner, bitch? Garlic bread. That's all I gotta say. Oh my gosh. I ain't got no fucking gravy, man. God damn.
Jeez.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Is that the
Fired up
Is that
tonight.
the only time we're allowed to swear?
I guess so. All three of us hit one. And none of us realized it was happening.
I know, yeah. Oh my gosh. An F, a GD, and an MRF.
That's
right there.
it. That's it.
You got a 3 for there, Raider
I just
Nation.
said
Absolutely.
damn. I didn't.
Oh, I
say
thought you said
GD.
GD. Oh, I
thought-
It
No,
sounded like you said GD.
I did not say that.
Okay,
that's
all right.
that's one of my. I do not say that.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you.
So
Yeah,
no,
me too.
if
Yeah, me
anyone
too.
thought I said that, I want to be clear. I just said damn.
Okay. all
Because
right.
I would never.
Good
I don't
clarification.
like that one.
Yeah, I don't
like
it.
that one.
I don't like that one. I
Makes
like the
me feel
GD
bad.
and I like the C.
I don't like
do
that one
either.
either.
I
Yeah,
don't do
those
that
are
one
two. Those are my two off
I
limits.
love
and,
the C.
and the
I'm
F,
just kidding. Totally kidding.
the F's my favorite, but I do not like GD. I don't
Pause.
like
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. I don't like that one. So apologies if anyone thought I said that because I don't like that one.
Which C?
Which I don't want. We don't want to know. I'm curious
Stop
too.
it.
I'm curious
Stop
too.
it.
Actually, I do want to know.
No, y'all gonna get us canceled. Shit. Hey, so respect everyone in the chat tonight.
Yeah, you better shout them out quick.
Hey, so Ron,
Very fast. Ron said he flatlined for a second. Damn, Ron.
Yeah,
I'm
hey.
sorry.
He
I
said,
said
yeah,
that. I
Ron's
would
in
never
there.
say that.
Paul's in there. Frankie Mosqueda, Jay Morris from Salt City, Silver and Black's in there. Jason Hunter, what's up, dog? Ebony Graves, Kill Jadis is in there. Vibrators in there. Speaking of that, and Jesus Alvarez is in there. CPA Joel's in there. Yeah,
I love the V. Vibrator.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's
Well,
my
good.
girl, Valerie.
That's
See?
Valerie
I love the
Vibrator.
V,
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's the double V.
Thank you for that
Yeah.
clarification.
Michelle almost fell out when I said that.
There's like a
Really,
nice
you're like,
pause.
hey.
Well, I
hey.
mean, that
All right, here we go. All right.
makes sense.
All right.
So here at the gosh, I'm dying. Here at the top.
So here at Raiders Fan Radio.
I need a
Oh my
fan.
gosh, yeah, we got. I know we need the fan. We don't have a fan here. It's all
I know. Yeah, we're gonna be sweating and
I
shit.
know.
Listen,
I
we're gonna
am.
be shining by the end
Yeah,
of
you're
this.
already. Glasses are all
Yeah.
fogged
You
up
are,
and
yeah.
everything. I'm a mess.
Oh,
I'm a
it's
mess over
great.
here.
It's fantastic.
All right, so here at the top of the show, we like to give a little bit of respect, and I want to give respect to Oakland fan, and of course,
Of course.
because we're all Oakland Raider fans at some point in our lives. Even those, so for those of you like me that grew up in the Bay Area, even though those of you that are like Michelle that grew up in L.A., but we're still Oakland Raider fans at the time they were in Oakland, and then those of you that are just abroad and like Jeff, who didn't grow up in California, even you did for a part of your life.
Yeah.
You were down in San Diego.
Yeah.
But so many of our good friends in Silver and Black UK, folks that are across the seas, that are huge Raider fan. Well, but I want to celebrate Oakland fan because Oakland fan did something really cool over yesterday, and I want to shout out Oakland A's fans for showing up and what they did in terms of a reverse boycott is what they called this thing. And it was absolutely amazing. I had a few people reach out to me, like, I was like on Twitter and stuff, like asking like if I was going to go or like what my thought was about it. And I was like, I don't want anything to do with it. Because if you're not familiar with the thing with the A's, they got this owner that's a billionaire, and he refuses to spend money on the team. So the team's not competitive. They're trying to get a stadium deal done, but oddly or ironically enough, yesterday they got it ratified in terms of an agreement in Vegas. So it's looking like, regardless of what the efforts are to keep the team in Oakland, that the A's are going to go and follow the Raiders to Vegas. Anyways, but this owner basically refuses to invest in the team in its competitiveness in order for them to just keep a low payroll and still make money with the team. So, and he blamed the fans of Oakland. And he said that it's because fans won't come to the stadium. That's why we want to move. And that's why we're all this stuff. So basically he used the fans, he used us as a scapegoat. So that's why we're talking about, I know a lot of people are like, well, you guys talk about the A's on a Raiders show. Well, because we're kind of all in the same boat. So I think it's a very relevant
family
story.
to the A's.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that it's also, too, it's a very relevant sports conversation. Like, what happened yesterday? So anyways, people ask me, like, if I was going to go, if I was going to support it. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not buying any A's gear. I'm not doing anything to give that idiot our money, my money. I'm not going to do it. But what they did, though, was pretty impressive. And so A's fans showed up. 28,000 people showed up at the Coliseum. Now, the A's average attendance is like 4,000. So they had 28,000 people that showed up for the game. The A's are by far the worst team in baseball. Yet yesterday, they freaking close it out and want to give respect to the A's players because they won their 7th game in a row. It's literally the movie Major League playing out in front of us.
No kidding.
You have an owner that's trying to tank the season, and the players are not having it, and the players are going out there, and despite being the worst team in baseball, have won 7 games in a row. Wow. Listen to this. This is a regular season baseball game with the worst team in baseball. Listen to the way that this game closed out last night.
Have won 7 in a row. Celebration on the field, celebration on the speakers, and the A's have won back-to-back games against Tampa Bay. Longest winning streak since August of 21.
Well, it's 7 in a row behind an absolute deal fest from the southpaw, Hogan Harris.
All right, so much respect to the A's and much respect to Hogan.
Kidding.
That was Hogan Harris's 5th start in MLB. And dude went out there and dealed. The Tampa Bay Rays are the best team in baseball. This is the best team in baseball playing the worst team in baseball, and the A's go out there and beat them 2-1. And so this is what is, and I know, and for those of you waiting for Raider stuff, I promise we're getting to it. But this is such an important story, I think.
It is.
This is what happened when the Raiders were getting ready to leave. Remember when everybody was the Stay in Oakland movement and all that stuff was going on? I got to say, man, A's fans did it better. They were organized.
Right.
They showed up. So the whole thing was they were going to be quiet during some innings, loud during some innings, and then some points during the game start a chant of sell the team. Okay, and always supporting the players, but always rallying against this owner. And so check this out. This is from the freaking broadcast footage of the A's. This is when, I don't remember what inning, I think it's the 5th inning. Guys up to bat, and listen to, there's almost 30,000 people there, and it's crickets in there until this breaks out.
18 years old. He's swinging a fair ball inside the third base line, and Siri's going to turn and make his way to second, and he has notions about third. He'll put the brakes on as Seth gets it back in. We heard the crowd go silent and now getting very loud at the Coliseum. Will now stand in for Tampa Bay. Rays trying to open the scoring, and Hogan can't hear with the pitch calm because of the crowd, and now time is called. Things have gotten loud here, and this is certainly a new experience in 2023 at the Coliseum. And if you're going to use the technology, you got to make sure it works, right? I mean,
So here's what's
pretty
going on.
significant time.
They don't stop.
That's wild, man.
They don't stop.
It's incredible.
May have caught Hogan by surprise.
Okay, so it doesn't stop. I mean,
Oakland fan does that better than literally everybody.
Golly.
Come on,
to,
Jeff.
if you want
Wild,
to talk, if you
man.
want to tie that back, there's people in the chat that are like, "Well, why are we talking about the A's?" Because it's Oakland. An Oakland fan does that better than anyone I've ever seen ever. Like, that is so reminiscent of FAB.
Right.
FAB.
Yeah.
Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like, so yeah, I mean, they're passionate folks. And these are our people.
and they
Right.
stopped the game.
Yeah.
They stopped the game because they couldn't hear.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
that's
30,000 people
amazing.
being
I
so
think
damn
it's
so
also a
good.
reminder to the owners and the people that, you know, think they run the ship. Like, we have a voice that can be used if it's, I think that's the thing. Like, they figured out what they were going to do together, and they made it happen. And it almost is like emotional hearing that roar from the
It is
crowd.
emotion,
Because
100%,
you,
yes.
as a fan who, I mean, I became a fan when they went to LA, and like, I intend for generations to be Raider fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know like everybody's like, oh, we're not talking about the Raiders. This is for sports across the board. Like, the fans matter. Their opinion matters. And what they want from the team matters. almost got me. But it's hearing that is, and I know it seems so stupid because I know it's about money. Like, I get it, follow the money, all that shit. But damn, those fans matter. They want their kids to be A's fans, Oakland A's fans.
Amen.
They want their parents, their grandparents. They want that that's something that we hold really precious to us, which just seems so silly and trivial. I get it. But damn, let us have something.
Amen.
Let us have something that we can cheer for, that came from our grandparents and our parents, and we can pass down to our kids and their kids and their kids. Like, God, let us have something. Jeez.
Amen. Amen, Michelle. Well stated. And it's true. And that's the thing, is that it's emotion. That's like when the Raiders left Oakland, listen, and I embrace Vegas. I embrace Vegas for what it is.
Right.
I don't dislike Vegas. But it ain't Oakland.
Right.
Like, it's not the same dynamic. It's not the same energy. It's not the same, I would say product, but the product wasn't all that fantastic other than in the early 2000s. But but there's a different feel, a different everything, and energy even. I mean, there's glimpses of it.
Yeah.
We've all experienced moments of that in Vegas, but it's not the encapsulated, entirety of what the Raiders were in Oakland.
It's the fans trying to make it that.
That's it.
We're desperately trying, because we want to continue that with our families and with our friends. Like, so it's the fans desperately trying to recreate things and creating new things in the process, which is great. I'm all for new stuff, but that's what's happening. Like, when you do see those glimpses, it's us as fans, like, saying, okay, it's not going to be Oakland anymore, but it can be this, and it can still be Raider Nation. And I think that's what's happening when we do see those glimpses, and then we can continue those things as we go. But this just bums me out, man. And I'm a Dodgers fan, so I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, we're going to talk about the Raiders. Like, I think this is important across the board for sports in general.
Amen.
Like, that foundation matters to the people that are there. And I think that's important.
100%. And this thing goes away. And that's the other thing, too, that, like, we had the luxury as Raider fans of having the team move from Oakland to LA to Oakland to Vegas and stay the Raiders.
Right.
It's the silver and black. I've said 100 times on this microphone, the only thing that will ever stop me from being a Raider fan is when they stop calling the team the Raiders.
That's it.
If somebody else buys the team and they rebrand us the Las Vegas Renegades or whatever, then all of a sudden I'm not a fan of that team anymore because I have no connection to Las Vegas. My connection is the Bay Area. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. When the A's move, they're probably going to rebrand.
Oh.
There's no market for the Oakland A's in Las Vegas in Southern Nevada. Who gives a shit about the Athletics in Southern Nevada?
Right.
Nobody. There's more Dodgers fans
Right.
because Southern Nevada is full of so many Southern Californians.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
probably going to rebrand the damn thing, and the A's are going to cease to exist. So that's when you said that there was a motion coming out.
Yeah.
That is 100% what you're
that.
getting. And this is the thing, and we pin a lot of this on the owner, but I pin a lot of this too on Oakland politicians.
Oh, no, that's the thing.
That's the other thing.
This is the third team.
This is the third team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Warriors are still the
Yep.
Warriors.
Yeah.
But guess what? You know,
Yeah.
and especially for a guy from San Jose, where I wasn't from Oakland or from San Francisco, so like, okay, I can still root for the Warriors.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, now you're gonna take. Sometimes I feel like the Oakland politicians and the Oakland A's ownership group deserve each other.
Yeah.
You're both idiots.
Idiots.
Like, if you're going to let temporary people make permanent decisions,
Uh-huh.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You
Whatever.
did this to yourselves, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you lost
And the
three-
fans, they're the ones that.
and we're the freaking ones that suffer.
That suffer.
Other than the fact that the fans have a voting responsibility that, like, you know, and I'm not going to comment on politics,
Right,
but
right.
like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But like, I think there's a component there that, you know, that you got to
Oh, for
consider
sure.
who these temporary people that you're putting in place and the decisions that they're making, consider what the ramifications are of that. But outside of that, man, like, I'll just say this, much respect to you, Oakland fan,
Yeah.
much respect to the players, much respect for Morris to go out there and deal against the best team in baseball, and you folks, and the way that you organized it completely impressed me. I was not on board with this thing. I'm a diehard A's guy. I'm as diehard of an A's fan as you can get, although it's on pause right now. But like, so the fact that they actually did it and did it well, and to the point where it's resonating now throughout the sports landscape, much props to you guys.
Yeah, yes. Big respect for that.
All right.
You'd like to think that it sends just a little message.
You would hope
mean,
so.
that's the hope.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, and this guy, whatever, I don't even want to say his name. He
Yeah.
don't even need the rate. He's literally a billionaire. He don't even need the A's.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
give him to somebody that you know. Where, like, I look at like Mark Davis, and this is what I love about Mark Davis. You want to talk about the Raiders? Let's talk about the Raiders.
Yeah.
This is what I love about Mark Davis. Mark Davis's life, just like Al's was, is the goddamn
That's
Raiders.
right, yeah.
The end.
Yep.
They're not oil tycoons. They're not real estate. They're not tech investors. They're not any of that stuff. Mark Davis's business is the Raiders. And so therefore, he's the world's biggest Raiders fan. And
Right.
so that's why I have the utmost respect for that man, just like I have the utmost respect for his old man. And, you know, it was also, oh man, we're all over the place tonight. But I just got to throw it out. There was a clip that came on Twitter this week, and it was Al Davis talking about the importance of history, the importance of tradition,
Yes.
and the importance of consistency. And he said that's the reason that we will never change our uniforms, because there's something about the silver and black and how the logo and the imagery of the silver and black will resonate amongst the sports landscape,
sports world.
and we
Yeah.
will never
Yeah.
change it. And so for those of you that are out there and the Raiders need an all black uniform, or the Raiders need this, right? No, we have 2 uniforms and 1 alternate. And the only reason I even like the alternate is because it's our old AFL uniform.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a white jersey with silver numbers. That's it.
end.
That's
Yeah.
the end. The Raiders and so anyways, Al Davis supported it. Mark Davis does that incredibly well. And so as much as we can lambast the stupid ass Oakland A's management and ownership, and management too, because Dave Cavall's
Yes.
a complete
Yeah.
scumbag. But anyways, we can really berate them. But Mark, when it comes to him, I don't care what your thoughts are about the performance of the team on the field. You cannot go wrong. Or you cannot hold Mark accountable to anything other than being a phenomenal owner and lover of this goddamn
loves
football
this team.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And hey, before we start
Yeah,
talking
please.
about the
Oh.
Raiders,
Yeah.
because it's going to be Raiders from here on out.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to give a quick
Promise.
respect, and it's not on the run sheet, but I want to give a respect to the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, yeah.
The Las Vegas
how
Golden
about you?
Knights,
Yeah, there you
because
go.
they have taken home
Yeah, they did.
Lord Stanley's Cup.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. So much respect,
Yep.
Golden Knights.
Yeah.
I texted back and forth with Scott a little bit last night.
We got
Oh,
next.
dude, yeah, Scott's fired. We do got next.
We do got next.
Yeah, and Scott's fired up. I saw him post a picture of him with his jersey and hat and all that. I'm like, let's go, dude.
Yeah, Scott Gobrantz is fired up, man. He's all about the Golden Knights, and it was funny. And he was like, and he said, now it's the Raiders' turn. And I said, well, unfortunately, the A's will probably win one in Vegas before the Raiders do.
Oh, no.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
You're fired.
I was going to say, well, you guys are not laughing. That did not land at all. The two of
We
you
were
are
not laughing.
staring.
I wasn't
holes
halfway
through me.
paying attention, I'll be honest with you. What?
Oh, I was, and I was not laughing.
What?
All right, will you shout out the chat room, please?
I can't because mine's moving so slow.
Oh, Hooligan Nation.
Oh.
Jesus Alvarez. Lee B. Grumpy Raider fan. Ken Mueller. Paul Edgerton. Jason Hunter. LV Maximus. Much respect to all y'all.
All right, good deal.
Yes.
There you go. And hey, if you tuned in late, sorry. We're all over the damn
This
place.
Missed everything important.
This is as good as it gets, guys. Sorry.
Well, it's only gonna get better.
It's
for you.
gonna get better.
It's only gonna get
Yeah, it's
better
gonna get
because
better.
this has
And
been
damn
a
it,
this has been
it's
a
good
wild
up to this point. I don't care what anybody says. This has been good.
This has been good.
It's been good
been
content,
good.
but yeah,
It's
but
very,
we're
very
all
heartfelt.
over
But
the damn board.
heartfelt. Thank you,
Heartfelt.
Michelle.
And
Yeah,
that is
sometimes
true.
heartfelt spills out. And that's just the way it is.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
life,
That's it.
man.
100%. 100%. But hey, so if you tuned in late, every $10 donation tonight from the Summer of Swag, all going to the One Nation Foundation. We are auctioning off or raffling off this signed Rich Gannon jersey. So Michelle's going to hold that up right there. So every $10 super chat that comes in tonight, whether it be $10, whether it be $5 million, all of that's going to the One Nation Foundation. It gives you a poker chip for a chance to win that bad boy. We're going to auction it off at the end of the night. So get in the mix, man. It's all going to the One Nation Foundation. So we'll, give that money to folks like Raider Dad and to the Biletnikoff Foundation and hopefully more.
And hopefully more.
And hopefully more.
Yep.
So get in the mix with that for sure. Just like CPA Joel just did with a $50 donation. Hey,
CPA Joel.
Much respect. So we're over. So that puts us. Joel puts us over $500 already.
Wow, let's go.
Already over $500, man. So get in the mix. Let's do a big tonight for the One Nation Foundation.
Well, we're off to a
do it.
heck of a
Let's do it.
start, man.
Heck
and
yeah,
we got a
we
long
are.
way to go. Did you say $5 million, by the way?
I told somebody if they wanted to donate $5 million, they were more than welcome
If
to.
you donate $5 million, we will do this show from your living room forever.
I can't tell you the things we'll do for you if you
I'm telling you, you donate
Let
$5
me
million
tell you
to the One
something.
Nation Foundation. I'm going to move to wherever you are. I'm going to uproot my family. I will not be a part of Raiders Fan Radio anymore.
toss some
I'm
ideas
just going to
out
do
there and
all your
we'll probably
chores in
do
the
it.
house.
You're going to be part of Dave Fan Radio and just
That's-
or whoever it is. and
Live from your fan pit, wherever that is.
Swag will put on a French maid's outfit and he will
Bruh,
clean your whole
truth.
house. Listen, you
Truth.
donate $5 million. The things we'll do.
Pause.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. And hey, and respect to Hooligan Nation. So Joel,
Within reason.
Joel donated.
Within reason.
that is true.
You know,
So Joel
disclaimer.
donated $49.99, which I called
Lamont has
$50.
anything to say about it.
Yeah, right.
Well, he's
so-
going to do things too for $5 million.
well, he'll do whatever, bro. Are you kidding me?
Listen.
Happily. Hey, so Joel donated
watching right now, like,
He's
$49.99.
been volunteered, Lamont.
That's it. So Joel donated $49.99 and said, "Hey, will you guys spot me a cent?"
Oh, yeah.
And Hooligan Nation
he
said,
did.
"No, I got you, CPA Joel, with a $10.01 donation." So respect Hooligan
Big
Nation.
respect.
Ah, that's
I love
money.
It.
I love it, Hooligan Nation. That's awesome. That is awesome. And thank you, CPA Joel, as well. That's great, guys. Good stuff there. We appreciate you very, very much. All right. So if all the A's talk didn't get you, let's talk about the Chiefs.
Jesus.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. I was not prepared for this.
All right. Settle in. All right, here we go. All right, you ready for this? All right. We're going to give respect to somebody that I can't stand. I hate him. Well, I don't hate him, but I'm sure he's a great guy.
I hate this
He's
damn
a
guy.
terrible guy.
I hate him in
I
this
know you're about to talk about it. He's a terrible human.
Sports landscape. I hate this guy. And I'm talking about Travis Kelce, tight end for the Raiders, or tight end for the Chiefs, that always kicks the Raiders' ass. And so, anyways, he's on the Run It Back podcast. Okay. So why in the world would we be giving Travis Kelce respect? Well, Listen to what he has to say about us.
Okay, I'm gonna listen.
He's talking shit about us. But might be good shit.
Okay.
I just have to confess, I'm a Raiders fan, and why? Why do you hate us in the way you do? What do you have against us?
You? I don't have anything. I love Raiders fans, man. Every time I see you guys, we have a great time, man. It's always the best seeing you guys.
I bet.
Man. No,
you
honestly,
have a great time. We don't.
I have a tremendous respect for not only the Raiders and the guys that I play against the Raiders, but or that are on the Raiders. But I'll tell you what, the fan base, you guys don't hold back, man. I love every bit of the boos and the "you sucks" during the game. That makes the football and the environment that much more fun to play in, man. So nothing but love and respect for the Raiders, man. But it's war every time we play.
I had season tickets when they were in Oakland. I watched you give your gloves, your everything to these two fans in the end zone, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna lose by 30 today. Thanks.
There it is. So the host of that show is a Raiders fan, and so that was at least nice for hear Travis acknowledge us. I think that deserves a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Michelle, a little bit, yeah. You're on the fence. You don't like this one.
Respect, I feel like, is acknowledgement. Maybe I'll acknowledge that he appreciated Raiders fans, but
Roman Reigns.
But let me
acknowledge me
today. Yes, because I feel like maybe he's saying that what if we were kicking his ass? Then what? How would he feel about us? I don't know.
I'm with you.
That's easy to say when you're on the
freaking
freaking mountain, and you're looking down on everybody.
So
that's easy to say.
It's conditional.
Yeah,
of the Raider
So
Nation.
what if we're kicking your ass and you're coming into our house and we're, telling you all those things and you're losing?
Yeah.
Then do you still respect us? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
All right.
I'm with you on this.
Are you making a movement to have this respect stricken from the record?
Strike it from the minutes.
There you go. Yeah, no respect to Travis Kelce, but Travis Kelce's a dumbass.
He is a
he's just a dopey asshole. He was so they go to the White House, right? Because they've won the Super Bowl, blah 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 blah. And and so he decides to walk up to the presidential mic.
He was
about to spew some bullshit.
Yeah, he was.
Just smear shit all over America's name. So he's a big asshole for that.
Yeah, he is.
But and even Patrick Mahomes, who's Kermit the Frog and dopey ass guy as well. He's like, bro, no.
You don't think that was premeditated?
No. I don't think so, man. Because Travis Kelce was probably lit as a tit.
That's what I was thinking.
Dude, he was drunker than a bicycle, man.
I don't think that was premeditated.
I
really don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I think Travis
he
Kelce was
saw that open mic and was like, I got it.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah,
So.
the same non-premeditated thing of him going out and spiking the Lombardi Trophy at the draft, that was not premeditated.
And
I think he's
Mahomes
just a
had
drunk
the forethought
dumbass
to move
and
it
just
from the
does
podium.
stupid stuff like that, man.
All right.
Yeah. Strike it from the minutes.
No respect for you,
No.
Travis Kelce.
No.
We acknowledge that you said the word Raiders.
Yeah.
The
Well,
end.
and you said fans were okay.
He did. He did say we're okay, and
You
he
said
and he
I love
appreciated
He
Raiders.
said
the
we're
back and
always a
forth.
party. We love the
But
fans. He
if
loves
we're
the
kicking
booze.
your ass, then tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
All right, let's go on to an undisputed topic, man. Let's go on to an undisputed bit of respect. We want to give respect not only to the great Fred Biletnikoff, as always, that we do around here,
Undisputed.
but they have recently broke ground on Fred Biletnikoff Field up in Erie, Pennsylvania. So Fred obviously played for the Oakland Raiders. He played for the Florida State Seminoles, and he played for the Erie Royals, I believe is who they were in high school. And good friend of our show, Jimmy Zebach, the guy that designs all of our logos, the Raiders fan. Let's see, where's it? There, that right there, that Raiders Fan Radio logo.
Yeah, the one right above your shoulder right there.
The shoulder, where am I? Oh, this
the one right,
sorry.
the one right behind you there. Yeah,
that one right there. The Raiders Fan Radio World Invasion Tour. And then his Great Lakes Booster Club, the Great Lakes Raiders, right there. Of course, with Fred in the picture there. So Jimmy Zebach designed all of the signs around the new Biletnikoff Field.
Absolutely.
And so it was really, really cool. So he actually orchestrated a lot of this with the city of Erie to honor Fred and to rebuild the entirety of this high school field with a more modern day facility. And they raised a bunch of money and had this really, really cool thing. And so much respect to Jimmy Zebach, much respect to Freddie, much respect to Erie and the high school, and much respect to the Pro Football Hall of Fame that had a little featurette recently on social media. And let's check in with the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
This morning we're dedicating and doing the official groundbreaking for Fred Biletnikoff Field. This is a project that's been on and off for a long, long time. This whole thing is going to be redone. I mean, it's going to have turf field, 6-lane track, bleachers, scoreboard, the whole shebang.
To have my name on this field and being part of the sports history here means a lot to me. What you see right now, in a few more months, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be beautiful, a great facility. It's going to be state-of-the-art. Everybody's going to love it.
For way too long, our students in Erie's public schools have been denied high-quality athletic facilities like these, and it feels simply amazing that they and our City of Erie taxpayers will finally get the upgrades that they have long deserved.
We did a little fundraiser yesterday, and we were able to come up with that money. Then Angela was generous enough from our foundation to donate to, so this all goes to the field.
I graduated with Freddie back in 1961, and you can see by the community that is here today that he is a living legend and a shining star of our community.
Very, very
That's
cool.
incredible,
Isn't that
man.
great?
I freaking love that.
So Jimmy Zebach says that he played for Tech Memorial at the time. So I guess it was named a different thing. But anyways, so great stuff there from all the folks involved in that project. And we were a little part of that too. We had a little bit of a contribution to that and have our name on as a term of sponsors on the sign. And Jimmy also sent me this really, I should have had it with me. It's everything. Like everything in this damn house is packed up. It's this really cool picture that shows all the different designs that are going in around this new stadium, and it's autographed by Fred. Like, it's very,
That's
very
so
cool. So thank you
Very
to Jimmy
cool.
Zebach for thinking enough of us to send that. And so we'll proudly frame that and hang that up in the new fan cave. All right, so speaking of Raider greats, let's check in with the Raiders as they celebrated Alumni Day. That we talked about this on the last rundown, Swag Jeff.
Yeah.
About how cool it was seeing all these Raiders legends head in and join the Raiders as they go through OTAs and mandatory minicamp. And the list of Raiders that came back was pretty impressive.
It is.
So at OTA practice, they had Charles Woodson, of course.
Yeah.
Mike Haynes, Ted Hendricks, Dave Casper, Art Shell, James Lofton, Jim Plunkett, Phil Villapiano, Matt Millen, George Atkinson, Greg Townsend, and Raymond freaking Chester. That lineup right now would win 10 games.
Man.
Oh,
I mean, you've got a picture there.
Yeah, Jimmy Zebach sent me this.
Oh, okay. You'll have to do the whole focus thing to get it to work.
Put your hand behind.
Well, I have one hand.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'm sorry, we can't get a good shot of it. We'll show it, Jimmy.
I can put it on Facebook. If
Put
you'll-
on the,
yeah, I'll put it on
absolutely,
the
yeah,
Facebooks.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so all these amazing. Sorry, Jeff.
Too soon. Too soon.
Way too soon.
One hand, jackass.
Oh
my gosh.
My bad.
That's all good.
Yeah. So anyway, so all these amazing Raider legends came out to OTAs, and Jeff and I already talked about it, so I don't want to belabor the point, but it's really cool to see the past generations connect with the future generations. But as Freddie said to us live when we chatted with him at the Biletnikoff Foundation event this last year, we painted some incredible lines on the road a long time ago, and now it's time for these guys to paint their own lines. So I hope that the modern day Raiders are able to glean as much as they possibly can from the Raider legends and impart what that Raider mystique is for what it's never going to look like what it looked like in the 70s and even the 80s, but it could look like whatever that version of is for 2023. So let's check in with a little bit of audio as the Raider legends visit the current Raiders at OTAs.
It's an exciting day for us to obviously have Raider greats join us for this part of our year.
Today, I just kind of got myself involved. Instincts is instinct. Got over there with the D-line and started giving out some
Greg
pointers.
Townsend.
Max is a rare breed. Let's just say Max could have played in our time.
Hello, Max. Look at this beautiful guy. Come over here. Look at this guy. I love this guy.
Rookie year, this dude changed my mindset. I'll never forget your speech.
Okay. All right, Max. Oh, they're beautiful. How about that? It's going to be a real good team. coaching staff, they're on point, and they can't wait for tomorrow. And I can't wait for tonight because we're going to have a team meeting tonight and a team dinner.
Learn a little bit about what it means to be a Raider and what it means to be a champion. Just remember that they're not only Raiders, they're also family.
And we only come back because we want to see you guys succeed. Embrace being a Raider. Every day y'all go out there, man. I heard Max say it, man. We out here to work, man. If you ain't out here to work, man, don't be out here. That's the mentality you gotta have.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
So damn
so
good,
Here,
too.
Chuck close that thing out too. And so it's cool there that they gave us a little bit of a glimpse to what Woodson had to say to the team, but like you hear, a snippet. Wouldn't you just, gosh, as a fan to have been in that room,
Just to been in the
and
room.
to hear what
Yep.
those guys have to say to the young fellas, it just, man, But anyways, I much respect.
Well,
to the
and
Raiders.
we've got a taste of that.
Well, that's true.
we've gotten a taste of that because we've been to Bolitnikoff events and stuff, and we've got to see Foo and Freddie chop it up and stuff like that and talk about old times. We got to interview George Atkinson and talk about what he thinks about the NFL today versus the past and stuff like that. Like
Rod Martin and Ray
absolutely
Chester
all
and
these guys, man.
Bomanica
I mean, like it's an unbelievable experience, and it really truly is teaching these young guys. I mean, yes, they need to paint their own lines, like Freddie said, but the foundation has been laid.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
100%,
So I
100%.
mean, they are teaching these guys how to be Raiders, and I think that this alumni day is so unbelievably important.
And no one
It's
else
so important.
And no one else does this, Michelle.
No. Well, and that's what I think is so incredible. And you talked about Mark Davis earlier and how he just loves this team. And I think just building that foundation and I get it. I know at the end of the day, it's money and there's a lot of those things, but it also is family and loyalty, to the degree that's possible. I get it. I get it. But I think it's so cool that these players come back and take their time to pour into these new players and just kind of give them an idea of what it's like to be a Raider, which, we can only get glimpses of that. But to get that from actual players to new players, I think is so incredible. And I was just about to say, no other teams, of course, I'm not I don't know what other teams are doing. But from what I understand, this is very special and specific to the Raiders. And that's Al Davis passed down to Mark Davis. And I think it's so incredible that they do this and that they make this a priority as they're leading into and preparing and getting ready for the seasons that are coming up. I love it.
Absolutely.
God,
Very
it
well
just
said.
makes you
Very
want to
well
be
said.
a damn Raider, man.
Amen to that. Amen to that. All right. So next up, we appreciate, of course, the alumni and all the work that's going on there and the way that the Raiders organizationally honor their past, just like Al said that they should. All right. So from the greats. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
To a yin, there's a yang.
There
to
is.
a lightness, there's a dark. There's always an opposite, Jeff.
Absolutely. There's always one guy.
Of course.
Pendejo. 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 Pendejo.
Gotta be that one
I love
guy.
that.
I love
I
that.
know,
Me
it's
too.
wonderful.
I wish I could remember because I went back and have looked like crazy to try to find who sent that to us and can't find it. But anyways,
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah.
It
Was it
was on
Raider
TikTok.
Joel?
No,
Oh,
it was on TikTok. It was
Okay. I'll dig too if you want
Okay,
to dig.
somebody sent it to
We'll
us.
figure it out.
But anyways, it was fantastic because we had a different line. I played the thing from Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Remember when he was calling them pendecos? Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. He's like, hey, pendecos.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was playing that, and he was like, hey, Murf, here's a great soundbite, whatever. Anyways. There's a pendejo out there, and his name is Dan Orlovsky. And Dan Orlovsky,
Oh my gosh.
former quarterback, for the
Stupid
Detroit
ass
Lions.
guy that step out the back of the end zone.
There you go. And
yeah.
occasionally
What a clown.
he's got some good takes, but occasionally he goes full pendejo. And here, this is what I don't understand. I really, and this is truly I'm pleading with somebody that's probably outside of this listening audience, because all of you are Raider fans and all of you are going to know exactly what I'm getting ready to say. But outside of the scope of that, what is it about the stupid ass San Diego Superchargers that command respect and this over hyping of them every offseason? It's literally clockwork, and it never fails. It doesn't matter what they've done in the offseason. It doesn't matter who their quarterback is. It doesn't matter who their coach is. It doesn't matter what city they play in. It doesn't matter what stadium they play in. They are 100% consistently the most overhyped team in all of sports. And I watch them all. Like, I love other maybe the Yankees. Other than that, like, they are the most overhyped team. And it's, damn, it got me cursing over it. It's June. It's June. We haven't even gotten through mini camps, or we got through mini camp. We haven't gotten through training camps.
Right.
It's not, they haven't had a 4-0 start. They haven't, like, nothing other than the fact that they got stupid Justin Herbert. Yeah. Like, what is a big move? You tell me, chat room. What's the big goddamn move that moves that the Chargers have done? They got that stupid ass analytics coach that goes for it on 4th and a mile from his own 20-yard line. You idiot! You talk about just the worst. But Dan Orlovsky is out here hyping them as a freaking favorite to not only compete and win the division, to win the Super Bowl.
Someone's paying.
Measure progress for the Chargers by, like, scoring more points per game. At some point when you have Justin Herbert, the standard is, are you winning the division or making deep playoff runs? Can they catch up to the Chiefs this year?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. They are talented enough and well coached enough. First of all, they've beaten Kansas City, I think,
well enough.
Meetings.
It was
last year,
yeah,
they should have beat them. Remember, that's the game Justin got banged up in the ribs, and it was like the 100-yard pick return because the tight end was really tired. And to Coach's point, last year this football team lost their left tackle, 2 of their starting wide receivers. Their quarterback played with basically no ribs. Their premier edge rusher and their prized cornerback free agent signing.
Yeah.
So as long as they are healthy, last year, this time, this was a team everyone was picking to go where? The Super Bowl. Yeah. Absolutely talented enough. Now they got to go do it.
Yeah.
But if they stay healthy, this is as good a roster, talent-wise, as there is in the NFL.
Yeah, it's a familiar refrain, though, out of the Chargers, right? It's like really talented on paper.
They're capable of doing it. Not many teams are.
It is time for them to break that streak of being the team that was close to good enough, but not actually good enough.
I got nothing. Somebody take it.
Can we just talk about him saying talent on paper? This is the freaking NFL. Everyone is talent on paper.
Preach.
So what have the Chargers done to constitute somebody saying that they could, 1, win the division, and 2, the Super Bowl? Like, it'd be different if at some point in their distant or present past, close past, have done something to constitute that level of, like, fanage. Like, what the...
Right. The last time they made the Super Bowl was in 1995, and Steve Young threw 5 touchdown passes on their ass. Like, they got punked.
Yeah,
they got punked every time.
May as well not made the playoffs.
Every time they've made the playoffs with LT and Phillip and all that. Remember all that stay classy San Diego thing when the Patriots punked them and all that? They get punked every single year, including by us
in 2021.
Right, 2 years ago.
Right.
Like, come on, man. They get punked every goddamn year, Jeff, and yet they're still talked about every year.
Absolutely.
I truly don't understand it. I don't get it.
And it's media. It's the media.
Is it because they're in LA?
Because I mean, I don't. And it could be.
They weren't, so I don't know.
And it could be, but I don't know. But yeah, it seems like it's the media. They run with this every year of and Dan Orlovsky just said that. He goes, this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened last year. So if this hadn't happened and this hadn't happened,
then
they would have
this that.
Yeah.
What? We all have
injuries.
It's
the freaking NFL. That shit's gonna happen every year. And you know what? And that happens to every Super Bowl champion. That happens to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
the Chiefs have gotten injuries, and they went on and win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady has done that several years.
Remember when it was Tyreek Hill's gone, the Chiefs are done.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have guys like Branch is the Super Bowl MVP for the Patriots, and everyone's like, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Yeah. Or Troy Brown comes out of nowhere.
Champions will adapt and make it happen no matter what. So, like, I mean, that would be like, I mean, so he should have the same opinion like that on every team in the NFL.
Yep.
If Derek Carr played better last year, if this person hadn't gotten hurt, if this person had thrown more touchdowns, if Darren Waller had not stone hands, like this shit would have been, you know, the Raiders would have won the Super Bowl. So like that's such a weak ass take.
On paper,
be better, Darren Orlovsky. Like that's freaking trash, bro.
Yeah, who gives a shit about it on paper?
Bro.
Trash.
That is your freaking trash, kid. Like that's terrible, dude.
No, but seriously, because like, okay, Justin Herbert, whatever, like
who?
Exactly.
I mean, come on, man. How many years is he going to have to play for people to realize he's mid?
Right.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but like that's so like what is the hype?
Phillip Rivers.
What is the hype on this freaking guy?
Right. Yeah.
Rivers played his entire career as the most overrated quarterback in all of football. And now Justin Herbert is on the same trajectory.
His legacy.
And I'm not saying he's not good.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's fine. As Jeff said, no, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll give him his little flowers.
That's fine. Good. He's fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but he's not Patrick Mahomes.
Well, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, you're a solid quarterback. Like, I mean, that you made it. You did it. But that doesn't mean you're going to win the freaking division and then the Super Bowl. That pisses me off.
In this division, too. It's not
in
like
this division. It ain't Derek Carr with the Saints.
Oh.
She
said
yeah.
it.
Well, but like of all the quarterbacks in the AFC,
he's a Saint now.
That is true.
That was good.
That is true. But of all the quarterbacks in the AFC West, regardless of what team they played for or anything, Justin Herbert is the only quarterback that has never won a division. Jimmy Garoppolo's won a division.
Yep.
Russell Wilson has won a division. Patrick Mahomes damn sure has won divisions. Like, come on, man. Until the guy does something. Anything. Stop hyping this damn guy, man. That's so damn stupid. The only thing that he has done is made it to the playoffs and lost a 27-0 lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ooh. Bruh, get the F out of here, dude. That guy is a garbage-ass, mid-ass quarterback. And stop hyping him up.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh, I love it.
He'll be Carson Wentz in a few years.
He's Carson Wentz now. Jesus. He's Carson Wentz now. Carson Wentz has a Super Bowl ring.
Wow. Carson Wentz just caught a bunch of strays for no reason. Sorry.
Screw you, Carson Wentz.
He got strays like
stupid ass Carson Wentz.
Hate you, damn Carson Wentz.
Oh, my God.
But seriously, though.
I hate that Carson Wentz.
I hate that burger.
But seriously, though.
So seriously, speaking of the division, and I'm going to spring this on you guys, and then Swag Jeff, take us to an audio break after we do this. Okay, I'm putting it up on the screen now, so you guys can't see it here, but those on the YouTube chats can see this. Okay. All right, so this is a list of AFC West division championships.
Okay.
You said
okay.
You said that all the quarterbacks except for Herbert have won a championship. Okay. So check this out, guys. We've been terrible for all these years. It's been since the early 2000s, since the Raiders have won the division. We have literally given the rest of our division all the head start.
20 years to catch up.
20 years to catch up, right? We got not only in terms of Super Bowls, which we're now tied with the Chiefs because they won their third. So now they're tied with us. So we've given everybody, nobody else, nobody has four because the Broncos don't, right? They have the two with Elway and then the one with Peyton, right?
Right.
Is there another one in there I'm missing? I think that's it. Just the three, right? So we're all tied at 3 Super Bowls. Well, now we are all tied on division championship.
I saw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
That's right. So the Chiefs,
When did the Chargers
the
do that?
Broncos, the Chargers.
How did you throw that up on the screen?
I know. I got some new
That's
technology.
cool.
So now we don't have to try to do our phones and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Wow,
Okay, that's good.
that's neat.
So everybody's got 15 division titles. Isn't that cool? I'm guessing that those for the Chargers. So there was back in the day with Fouts and
Dan Fouts
and all
and
that, right?
then,
Charlie
and then
Joyner
you go up
and
to,
all that,
and then you go up to Stan
Phillip years.
Humphreys and
So
when they made the Super Bowl,
yes,
and then a couple times
and
maybe with Rivers,
with Phillip and LaDainian and all that. Because remember,
division
LaDainian
championship will be the leader.
The leader. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I mean, unfortunately, it's whatever.
It's gonna be us. It's gonna be us. That's not unfortunately. That's
let's go,
incredible.
Michelle.
It's
Let's
gonna
go.
be us.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, it has to be us at this
Time
point.
to take the
we
reins.
cannot let them.
You know what?
We can't lose a lead in any category.
How
for the
poetic would it be
West.
if this was the year
They
that we
should
finally
play this for the guys in the locker room.
Yeah.
This should matter to them.
And why is our picture at the bottom?
Because we were the last one to have won it, I believe.
Oh,
The last one to not have, or
The last one we were not the last one, the longest
The
since
longest
we've won.
since we've
Because
won?
Kansas City won it most
That's
recently.
stupid. Is that an ESPN
That
little
stings a little.
thing?
PFF? Yeah, it's PFF. But it's in chronological order. It's fair enough.
Yeah, it's fair.
No, it's not
fair.
stupid.
It's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair enough.
Stupid.
But
I
that
hate
should
it.
also be a little bit of
That's what I'm
little
saying.
gas under
That's
their
what I'm
ass.
saying.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since
Damn.
we won it, and
Oh,
we're still all
man.
tied. So
Wow.
hey, the days of us having a lead on all these postseason things are coming into an end. So
All right, Josh
Yes.
McDaniels.
Josh,
let's
you
go,
better
JMT.
bring it.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
I'll ring it.
Yep, absolutely.
This is Trent Sig, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Just win, baby.
This is Raiders Fan Radio. I'm Brent Musburger, and I don't care who wins, as long as it's the Raiders.
All right. Appreciate you, Raider Nation. Appreciate you all jumping in here with us tonight for this episode 290 of Raiders Fan Radio. So we're raising a lot of money tonight for the foundation,
we are.
for the One Nation Foundation, and I'm going to leave it to Jeff here to shout out what we got going on in that chat room. But before we get to that, I want to let you know about some folks that are also helping us raise some money for the foundation. So we are sponsored by numerous folks, including the Just Blog Baby Just Blog Baby website, where we are the official Raiders podcast. And of course, we are part of the fan-sided network that Just Blog Baby belongs to. And they afford us some really cool opportunities to get connected with advertisers. And Michelle, we are connected now. We've been with other sports betting entities in the past. And now I am proud to announce another partnership for us here at Raiders Fan Radio, with 100% of the money coming from these folks going to the One Nation Foundation, and that is Caesars.
Oh, sweet.
So Caesars Sportsbook is now sponsoring Raiders Fan Radio. So if you could so kindly do us a favor, Raider Nation, we have an offer from Caesars Sportsbook that you don't want to miss. New customers can get their first bet on Caesars up to $1,250. All you have to do is use our code RFRFull. That's RFRFull at sign up. And if you sign up with our code RFRFull, you will not only have your first bet insured, but you will also be directly supporting the One Nation Foundation. If you haven't signed up for Caesars Sportsbook, join with the code RFRFull and drop your first bet. This offer is only available for new customers who are 21 and over and are physically present and in the state in which you are. So check your state, because not every state it's all legal for. So you have to check and make sure that you're legal for it. But if you are, use that code RFRFull. And of course, the folks always at Caesars want to remind you to gamble responsibly. If you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700 or 1-800-NEXT-STEP. And you can see in the podcast description, we'll have a full breakdown of how all that stuff works for you. And so appreciate you, Raider Nation, and do us a favor. Go download Caesar Sportsbook and use the promo code RFRFull.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murf, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton. You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with my boys Murf, Swaggy Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Tune in because they fucking put out a banger podcast.
Hey, so if you tuned in late, where the hell were you? But yeah,
because we're getting ready to talk about the Raiders.
Because we're getting ready to talk about the Raiders,
you're
man.
just
Hey,
in time.
That's it, man. But I want to highlight the chat.
Please do.
Paul Edgerton's in there. Ebony Graves, Ty to Raiders in there. What's up, Ty? Kill Jadis is in there. Lee B, Frankie Mosqueda, Jimmy Zebach, T3 Sports Guy. That's our buddy T-Hom. Kevin the Raider Nerd's in there. Trayvon Baspid's in there. So much respect to all you guys. Billy Bats Raiders in there that had the donation before the show. So much respect to you. So hey, so if you tuned in late, so all this money is going to the One Nation Foundation. We've had a lot of donations come in. We're over $500 already tonight.
Let's go.
So yeah, so keep those donations rolling in because tonight's got a little stank on it, man. So we're raffling off this signed Rich Gannon jersey. So Michelle's going to hold that up right there. The signed Rich Gannon jersey comes with the JSA certificate of authenticity, all that stuff. Got the sticker on there. Yeah. It's got the sticker that says, yes, it was signed by Rich. But yeah, so get in the mix, man. Every $10 donation gets you one poker chip into the running to win that dude. And man, it's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous jersey.
It's a gorgeous jersey,
it's a nice
man.
Jersey. For those of you on the audio podcast, it's the away jersey.
Yep.
It's got Rich's signature across the 2 on the back of his 12. And, of course, got the JFSA certification on there. And, yeah, she's a beaut, Clark.
That's it. So every $10 donation gets you into the running. So you might win that thing, and you're helping the One Nation Foundation. It's a win-win-win, right?
Absolutely. We're giving strictly to Raiders-related charities around here. We're giving, as Jeff mentioned earlier in the show, if you're just joining us, our goal is to give the Bolitnikovs a check for $15,000 this year. We've already given a couple of grand to the Raider Dad folks, and shout out Raider Dad.
Yeah.
Shout out Raider Dad.
Raider Dad.
Absolutely. He's in the chat too, and
awesome.
Great folks,
Our
man,
buddy-
and cannot wait to meet them.
Cannot wait to meet Josh Kamenite, the guy that's the founder of that organization. And so just to know where your money's going, Raider Nation, tonight and all the nights prior is going to Raiders-related charities. And so what you have done already this year, we've already got with this support of the Raider Dad folks, we're taking a bunch of kids to a Raider game.
That's so cool.
And it's a bunch of kids with their families. It's not about just getting the kids out. It's about getting them out with their families and making those connections that so many of us did with our parents or our parental figures anyways. You know, all those amazing things that happen through sports. And so we're your money has gone to fund that, and they throw a big tailgate, and there are many more supporters than just us. And I would encourage you to go check out the Raider Dad folks. There are folks that cater this thing and transports and provide, clothes, T-shirts, all that stuff. It's really, really bitching. And so we are so proud to be part of Raider Dad. And yeah, Swaggo and I are headed out there for their big event, which is coming up here in August when we play the 49ers.
Then who else?
Mosh, isn't it Mosh?
Let's break the news.
Let's break the news. So it will not only be Murf and Swag Jeff, but it will be Uncle Mosh, and not only that, it will be Cousin Sonny as well. So
Sonny too?
Yeah, so the OGs, man. So Uncle Mosh, Cousin Sonny, Murf and Swag will be there. So so if you're at that game, or if you were on the fence of giving those tickets away, if you do give them away, give them to Raider Dad. But if you are going to that game, hit us up, man, because we
come to the tailgate. Come to the Raider Dad tailgate.
Come to the Raider Dad tailgate. We'd love to have a cocktail with you. We'd love to talk with you. We'd love to hug your neck. All that stuff, man. Come on out, man. It's gonna be so fun.
Organization is so cool because it speaks. You know, we did the Oakland thing earlier, talking about like generations wanting to. You know, you're able to take they're able to take their kids. Like, listen, we all three know how freaking expensive it is to take your family to a game like that. The Raider Dad organization speaks to my heart because it's like there's moms and dads that get to take their kids to these games, go to the tailgate and experience that. We all know what that's like, the tailgate. Like, what an incredible organization. Like, it really excites me to know that we're partnering with them because it's like that is something that is so important, and I love that they're doing that. Like, you just don't get that opportunity.
I'm with you.
It's a big deal.
I'm
really cool.
I'm with you, Michelle.
Yeah.
It's amazing because it builds up that fandom from such a young age, and again, but creates those bonds.
Yeah,
like we all have bonds with our parents over different things, and and sports.
Devin's 20. He's never really seen the Raiders do anything significant, but he still is a diehard Raiders fan.
Yeah,
because he knows how much I love them and how much my aunt loved it. That
and
is
yours came from your
down.
dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it literally starts connecting generations over, and like it's.
Yeah, I love that. I just love it. Love it.
I'm with you. And like there was a lot of you that cried when Derek Carr got released.
Oh,
but your poor little daughter, like that was like devastating to her because she knew how much that all meant to you guys, and because you did that together.
That's
and
right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, Devin's 20 and was upset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's the only consistent thing that he
saw
in his lifetime as a Raider.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
So, and for she's so
for
little.
my kids, it's
that hurt. It hurts. Hey, I've been there.
Yep.
I know
absolutely.
But the Raider Dad organization, I think is
good
so
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, good folks.
What an incredible thing to start.
What a great idea.
Incredible.
Just a great idea. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love
So hey,
it. I love it.
so inside baseball, let's talk for a second. So in the chat right there, Chef B has just clicked the member button.
Oh.
No way.
Wait, what?
What does that mean?
What's that mean? What does that mean?
Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That is so badass. Welcome, Chef B, who's now the first member of the Raiders Fan Radio channel.
He's green.
Yeah, so YouTube has this new thing now where you can supply memberships to your folks.
Okay.
We only started with the bottom tier. We only have one tier. You can make bunch of tiers.
What's
we have
the tier?
one tier. It's $5 a month. And you get your chats highlighted in the live stream.
Okay.
And you get special emojis and that you can use, which is
I see that.
And the longer you're a member of that, you get different badges next to your name.
Oh,
so it starts off with like the base logo, logo, and then it goes up to one that says Raiders Fan Radio, and then it goes up to one that says Get Made. And so like it tiers up, like you can earn all these different things. I know I saw this thing popped up the other day.
Recent?
I
Because I
just
didn't know
did
about
it like
that.
a few days ago.
Okay.
Chef B's using the Get Made emojis, and he's got One Nation Foundation next to his name now, and all that. Hey, Chef B, look. Tonight, I'm going to give you 2 poker chips. It's $5 a month.
That's so cool.
But man, I'm going to give you 2 poker chips.
Well, because we'll pitch in the other 15.
Yeah.
We got you. We got you on that. You're the first one, so we will do that.
Did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, well, it just started, and shame on me because I forgot to announce it. And we have so much to get to, and when we go so many weeks between live shows and whatnot. And so anyway, I apologize. I overlooked that, but that's so great that Chef B started it off there. Yeah, how cool is that? He's got the One Nation Foundation little badge next to his name.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's so
very,
cool.
very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right,
hey, man.
That's awesome.
Hey, man, go for it.
Yeah, new shit has come to light.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, I've got certain information, all right? Certain things have come to light.
Let's talk about the Raiders.
You know,
do that.
Finally, shit.
You know, given the nature of all this new shit, you know, this could be a lot more complex. I mean, it might not be just such a simple, you know?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm blathering about. I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
Hooligan Nation is the next member in there. And of course, then he drops in there in the chat, what in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Well, yeah.
I love that our chat knows us so well.
Absolutely.
God, I love it.
Well, that's what we always say, that
That's
like
so good.
we're the dog whistle of Raiders podcasting.
That's it.
Like if you get it, you
So
get it.
true.
You know what
That's
I
it.
mean? And it's not
so good.
That doesn't disparage anybody that doesn't get it, but there's a
Oh, yeah.
we're like a niche within a
We
niche.
are.
You know
There
what I
you
mean?
go.
Like,
An
There you go.
acquired taste, if you
And
will.
anyone else that becomes a member tonight, I know what you say is $5 a month. So
$5.
It's initially a $5 donation to become.
donation. Yes.
I'm going to spot you the other 5 for the rest of the night.
Listen.
Let's go, Jeff.
Listen.
Yeah.
There you go.
The rest of the
Anyone
night.
that tonight becomes the Get Made member, I'm going to draw up a skull and crossbones and we'll send it out to him.
Oh, Michelle.
Yeah,
look
no,
at
no,
you guys.
I got that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Anyone that
my
does that
gosh.
tonight,
I love
I will draw it up and we'll send it out to him. Hand draw. I'll do each one of them hand drawn. Each one of them. Yeah.
And for those of you that are becoming members, so there's a members only chat that you can be part of. Like you can and we can listen. We can tier this thing up to like. There's all these different things you can do where you can have like they can host Q&As. Like they host the show and we sit in with them and like
cool.
all
so
kinds
Grumpy,
of
neat Kill Jadis is asking where the link is to become a member.
It's right there on the YouTube page.
okay.
It just says join.
Okay.
Yes, you just right there on our main page or any of the YouTube videos, you can just click the join button and you'll automatically get signed up there. And so, but if you got any ideas for like the different show logos that we have that you want for badges or emojis or whatever, I put a Raider helmet in there. I put a shield in there. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with it.
Frankie Mosqueda and Lee B. Both of you guys are now members. Hey, respect.
I'm gonna be doing some drawing for
Oh my
Yeah, you
gosh,
are.
how fun!
I got y'all though. I got y'all. I got it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I named it Get Made, so that's why it says Welcome to Get Made on there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
cool.
So I figured that'd be fun.
That is so cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad this. I'm so glad that who was our first one there? Was Lee B? Was it Lee B?
Yeah, Lee B and
he noticed first.
Yeah, and Hooliganation.
No, it was Chef B.
Chef B. I'm
There
sorry,
we
not Lee
go.
B. It was Chef B. So thank you, Chef B, for being the first one
so
in there
cool.
to do that.
Very
And
cool.
so very cool because that reminded me of us of that. And I always felt weird about like. So there's like, I swear we're gonna talk about the Raiders.
This is Raider related.
There's Patreon, where you can do like special things and you get like early access to episodes and you get like, but I always felt like I don't want to ever exclude people from our content. I don't ever want us to be in a position to where it's like, okay, you got to pay us X amount of dollars in order to get the show. Like that feels a little too like
I feel
lofty
that.
in terms of like, self whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we're not that freaking cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We're not.
No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, this isn't, the Bradley Cooper podcast or whatever. I don't know. Like, pick somebody cool.
I love that you picked Bradley Cooper.
Why is that the guy for you?
That guy's badass, dude.
You like
I
that guy.
Bradley Cooper.
You love that damn Bradley Cooper.
But he's like super famous and like the
sure,
best of
right.
I
would have been Al Pacino, but you went Bradley Cooper.
No, but see, but like my favorite.
I feel you though.
You with me though? Because like
absolutely.
Because Pacino, like he's in him and Harrison Ford and De Niro and all that.
Goat level.
And those guys are like, I mean, they're in their 80s now.
Well, no,
at this
and
point.
I understand
But
what
like
you're saying
Bradley
about
Cooper's
not
like
wanting
still
to
in his
exclude
wheelhouse.
people. I totally
But
understand.
yes, and I don't want to exclude anybody because I don't
Absolutely.
think that enough of us to do that. So so anyway, so I was always hesitant to start one of those kind of subscription-y kind of things. But on the YouTube, I thought, well, it'd be fun for the people in the chat to be able to have like unique things and get their names highlighted and all that. I thought, okay, that's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth $5.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If we do 4 shows, that's like, what is that? Yeah, so $1.25 a show. Like I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. No, I love this. I love this.
Okay, and if it morphs into something else, then that's cool too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Well,
anyway.
there's a give and take there too. They're going to get something in return, and I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so let's talk about the Raiders. Are we sure? Is there anything else we want to get to before we talk about the Raiders?
Yeah.
All right.
New shit's come to light, right?
Oh yeah, I already played that.
The new shit
you played that
come
shit.
to light,
I played that shit.
and then the member shit happened.
And then the
And
membership.
Kevin the Raider Nerd said, how do you become a member? Say it again.
You just hit the join button on our YouTube page.
Just go to our main YouTube channel page.
Or I think on any of the videos even, I think there's a join button on it.
Was there a join? Oh, yeah, I see it right there.
I was going to say, I'm going to go look.
Yep, I
but
see
okay,
join.
Jeff saw it.
Yeah, just hit that join button and you're good to go. Yeah.
That's it.
$5 and you're up and running. All right, so let's talk about the quarterback situation.
Okay.
A lot of talk about the quarterback situation here lately because, there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of health when it comes to our current quarterback. So there was some of us that were kind of like pie in the sky thinking about the idea that like Tom Brady could come gloriously gliding down the steps from the owner's box through Allegiant Stadium, shed his robe, and underneath there's the blazing Nature Boy TB12 as the 2001 music is playing, and take helm at quarterback position for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, that's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen, pal.
How are you prepared to get that itch, Tom? You're going to get it. I mean, every guy I know who's retired got that itch once games are being played. And, you're not just any guy. You're a guy who's got the competitive spirit maybe more than any other football player I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
what are you going to, you're going to get that itch. How are you going to handle that, do you think, Tom?
I think there's other competitive ways to kind of get those things out. I don't think that, I think it's just, I'll be competitive in other areas for sure.
Okay.
I will be. And I think that it doesn't necessarily need to be on a football field throwing footballs anymore. I mean, I can still do that. I'm just not going to do it competitively in a way that, to be a part of an organization that way, because that's a huge commitment. And that commitment I don't take lightly. I don't think I ever took that commitment lightly. I thought I put 100% into everything. And I try to still put 100% into everything that I do. It just takes a little bit of a different shape or a little bit of a different direction. And you could see other areas where, I'm trying to contribute. And I think that I can be a part of different places and different organizations to help them be successful as well. And I think that's a big part of what my future looks like.
Is that the Raiders news that we're seeing, that you might, become a piece of ownership out there in Vegas, Tom?
Yeah, that's obviously very exciting for me. And I think we're just a little bit in the middle of that process right now, but obviously something that would be a dream come true. And to be the third player in the history of the league to have, an ownership interest in a team would be amazing. And I feel like, if we can continue to kind of progress with this and it gets all the approvals and so forth, it would be something that would really be pretty cool from a kid from just San Mateo, California, that grew up on Portola Drive and was throwing out cuts at fire hydrants, and then, to be a part of the NFL in that type of way and to really be a steward of the game. And I think if there's something that I really feel strongly about is position is, let's say, it is more of an ownership role, but it just allows me to have an impact in the game. And I'm going to do that in broadcasting as well. But I love the sport. I think it brings out the best in all of us.
All right. So pretty interesting stuff there from Tom. So
I love that.
Okay. So there's
Same.
all right. So I want to hear from both of you guys on this, because I think there's 2 points and one of you take one take the other.
Okay.
He's done as a quarterback. Right. Point number one. Point number two, he's going to get his competitiveness out in other areas, including being part of a football team just in an ownership capacity. So,
right.
Michelle, let me throw it to you first. Which side of that you want to take?
What were the two sides?
Either him actually playing quarterback
okay.
versus being competitive in other areas like being an owner.
No. I think the quarterback thing, table it, because I don't think that's an issue for him anymore. I think he
sounds like he's really moved on.
He's really moved on from that. And I the thing, and I don't know if this is a point to make, but the thing I want to touch on is like the fact that he chose the Raiders to hitch his wagon to, I think speaks so much to what the team means globally and what the Shield means globally and what the fan base means, and all of those things, because he could hitch his wagon to any team in the NFL. I mean, shit. The Patriots. How many Super Bowls did he win with them? You know what I'm saying?
What, 6, I think, right?
Yeah,
6 and then 1 with the Bucks. Is that it?
But to choose the Raiders shows what we, as the Raider team, like, there is something to be hitched onto for that. Like, he knew what he was doing when he decided to join with the Raiders. Like,
kid from San Mateo on Portola Drive, right?
He was a 49ers fan, so he could have went to the 49ers and been like, hey, I'm Tom Brady.
That's it.
Let me get a little bit of this action.
Yep.
He did not go to them. He didn't go to the Patriots. He didn't go to the Bucks. He didn't go to any of the teams that are in the NFL. He partnered with the Raiders. And I think that just speaks volumes about the team and what it means to the NFL as a whole. I just think that's huge. And no, he's not going to ever play again. So everybody just calm down. And it's cool. It's cool if he's not going to play again, because I don't want to say he's old. that was going to be like really
I know, because then I'm
but he's not old.
That's okay, but he is old. But in terms of NFL years,
exactly, yeah. But he has a lot of information that you can glean from him. You know, like he knows what it means to be in a freaking dynasty. He knows what it means to be a quarterback under pressure in the NFL. He knows all of that. So there's information that you can get from him, and for him to even want to be a part of this, I think is kind of a big deal. I know he's Tom Brady. I freaking get it.
But he's not Walt Coleman.
He's F that dude.
That's the guy.
F
For
him.
real.
That's the guy.
Because
Yeah,
let me tell you
forever.
something, Raider Nation. If we got a call that went in our favor, we would have rode that shit like freaking Ron Jeremy and whoever he was with. Like, that, you would have rode that to the end of the tape. Like, I'm just saying. Am I right, though?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
We would have all shut our mouths and said, "Oh, good call, good call."
Yeah,
you
because
know?
well, we have calls going against us for so many years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so we would have loved to have a call for us. You know? So
Absolutely.
I just, he's not going to play again. Calm down. I mean, we could maybe would want him to if, you know, but I feel like
But he's
Jimmy
gonna be
G
an
is gonna do
influence,
things, he's gonna
Michelle.
influence,
And that's-
and they can ask him things, and he's there to pull information from. I think that's huge.
It's huge, Swag Jeff, don't you think?
Oh, 100%. Well, and yeah, and he talked about. Sorry, I'm doing poker chips.
Oh, okay.
So and he talked about too.
That's a good thing. I want you to be distracted
Yes,
by poker
be
chips.
distracted.
Yeah, for sure.
And Murph and I
Because
will
we
do
have
this
so
whole
many
shit
new,
back and
we have
forth.
so many new members.
You be CPA Swag over there.
Yeah, Ron the Mater Raider, T
I'll run
Hum,
my
Tider
mouth.
Raider, Tyrone Graves are all members
my
of the
God.
RFR.
Oh, nice.
I'm
nice.
going to be drawing my ass off for the next. Like,
you are.
I got y'all though. I'm gonna hook y'all up with something
for
good.
for sure. But I think it's really cool that he talked because Rich is asking him there. He's like, well, I mean, you're gonna get the itch. You're gonna want to go throw the football.
Right.
Okay. How about he go and throw the football with Devontae Adams?
Oh my God.
How about even in practice?
I know, bro.
How about
That's
you stand there?
crazy, dude.
How about you
Right.
stand next to Aiden O'Connell and go, I would do this.
Oh,
Hey,
dude.
the draft folks said that he had the mechanics like Tom Brady. Okay, well, how about TB12? Okay, you come on. You come on. You go teach Aiden O'Connell how to throw the football, how to read a defense, how to do all these things. Like, cool. If he's going to have that, I mean, because he's one of the most competitive athletes
Yes.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
no
the way
doubt. He's like Jordan.
he's like
at that
Jordan.
level.
He's
Yes,
like,
yeah.
and he reminded me, like, as far as like a football sideline, he reminds me of Gruden 1.0, who's like red ass,
Yeah.
getting the.
Yeah.
I mean, he was getting in his offense's face. I mean, he's getting in his old line's face, going, "That ain't how we play the game. That's
Yep.
not how we win." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's Raider shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
so I'm all about that. So if you need to get your outlet TB12 with us,
Yeah.
as the outlet for that, like, deal. If you're not on the field, that's fine. Just be standing there next to Coach McDaniels. You can call Coach McDaniels a dumbass if he's got the wrong scheme or whatever. Like, I'm telling you, man, because this guy is gonna help
Yeah.
our team.
Yeah. Well, for him to have the opportunity, he knows Josh McDaniels. They
Yeah.
know each other intimately. So he is going to be able to say, I don't think that's going to work. What are you doing? And Tom Brady's not going to shy away from that.
Yeah, well,
he's going to say what he wants to say.
He helped Josh McDaniels build the offense that he has now.
Exactly, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the guy.
yeah.
He was patient zero in Coach McDaniels' offense.
I'm honestly
You know
really
what I mean?
excited about that.
It's
Right?
perfect.
Absolutely.
It's perfect. You
Yeah.
have those guys in
Yeah.
the same building in any capacity,
Yeah.
whether it be with the helmet and the pads on,
Yeah.
or whether it be
Yeah.
up in the owner's box.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
Sign me
Yep.
up. That's
Yeah.
it's amazing,
Yep.
and it's going to work wonders for the view of the Raiders in the NFL. Yes,
Yeah.
we love to be the bad boys.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
love to have that chip on our shoulder. The league hates us. Whatever.
But give us a little bit
But
of
come on,
something.
give us
right?
a little bit of love, man. I love that. I think it's perfect.
I love it too, man. I'm with you guys. And there's only there's handfuls of players, former players, that have that kind of juice, right?
Yes.
That have that kind of clout to where that they can actually speak up to, whether it's ownership or it's a head coach or whatever else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to use as an example because I can't stand him when he was a player, but Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
you're
Like
right.
that's
Yeah.
a guy. Like, there's
Yeah.
like they're like
Yeah.
the made men, right?
Yep.
They're like you have these certain, but Woodson's one of those guys. Keep it Raider centric.
Yeah.
Woodson is a made man in terms of circles in the NFL. He can go into any football room, not even any NFL room.
Yeah.
He could go into any football room, being a former Heisman Trophy winner. He could go in there and command respect just by entering into the room.
Right.
There's very few people that can do that with an ownership group because these guys are billionaires and they're some of the most accomplished, whatever, business people and all that kind of.
Absolutely.
Freaking Brady's one of those guys.
He is
and
one
he
of
might
those
be the
guys.
maid of the made men. Like he might
Yeah.
be the guy. You know what I mean?
There's no way to look at Tom Brady and not acknowledge the things that he's done for football.
Period.
As a Raider fan, I get it. But like you said earlier, the official made that call.
Walt Coleman's
Like, Tom
that's the
Brady's
thing
not
I
going to
never-
give that ball back and be like, it was a fumble.
That's what I've never
Take this ever.
I've never understood that.
Same.
And this is not me being,
Yeah.
and I'm going to shut up because I'm going to keep it quick because I know I catch a lot of heat for this shit. But like Tom wasn't the reason
No.
that happened.
Right.
He was the
He's the face of it.
He's
He
the
was
face of it. And then unfortunately our team dismantled long
Right.
after that
Yeah.
because Gruden left and Bill Callahan came in and Bill don't even start on Bill Callahan. Like that's the reason that the Raiders didn't win the Super Bowl.
Right.
It had nothing to do. Like it wasn't Rich. People's like recently here. I've had a few people coming at me going, "Rich, you guys talk about Rich Gannon all the time. He threw 5 interceptions in the Super Bowl." I got news for you. It wasn't Rich Gannon's fault. It's because the head coach didn't change the audibles or any of the calls when he was playing against the guy that invented the goddamn thing that was
Exactly.
playing across
Yeah.
the sideline.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was 100% on coaching. It wasn't on Rich a bit for that thing. So anyways, but like, listen, and ifs and nuts, man. Like things could have been a lot different. But the bottom line is that Tom Brady isn't solely responsible, and this vitriol that Raider Nation has for
Right.
Tom Brady,
Yeah.
I've never understood it.
Same.
Like my vitriol is reserved for Patrick Mahomes, for Phillip Rivers, for John Elway,
Travis
for
Kelce.
Travis Kelce, LaDainian Tomlinson. You want to talk about some of the most hated players in Raider Nation? Tom Brady's not even in my top 10, I don't think.
No.
You know what I
No.
mean? My freaking hatred is for the guys that used to kick our ass and keep us from winning the division every year. That's what Alex Smith. I hate more than well, I don't hate anybody, but I dislike Alex Smith more than I dislike Tom Brady. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, keep it within reason and perspective. That like, it's not like Tom Brady was knocking us out of the playoffs every year.
Right.
We didn't exist in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Other than that one time.
Right.
So, anyways, I
No,
think it's
I
going to
feel
be
you.
great, and I
think
love
so, too.
And I love this idea that he's going to be there to be a mentor, not only for the young quarterbacks, but for the team in general. Heck, for Mark freaking Davis.
Yeah.
Because Tom had a freaking had a side seat to Robert Kraft, who's listen, like him or not, the most successful owner in recent history, and Tom Brady can be able to be a bug in the ear of Mark Davis. Give it to me, man. I'm all on board for it, and I'm going to shut up now because I don't want to fan about Tom anymore. We're going to move on, but I'm telling you, Raider Nation, I think this thing's going to work out better than you expected to, and I would encourage you to put that tuck rule of motion not on the sideline because we all still have it.
Oh, sure.
But it's a little misplaced when we put it all on Tom and not on Walt Coleman.
There you go.
All right, next up. So let's talk more about a Patriot.
Did you
guy.
ever think that you would fanboy about Tom, shun him a little bit?
Maybe, sort of.
Oh.
Okay.
Sort of, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I'm obviously a Raider fan
Oh, sure.
first and foremost.
Sure.
But I am a huge NFL fan, and I'm a huge sports fan.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for the greats of the greats. And so when it comes to Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, like when you talk about players like that, Tom Brady's in that conversation, Mario Lemieux is in that conversation. When you have like these guys that do these things, and even some of the ladies, like in some of the like female sports, like when you look at like Martina Navratilova has done,
Lisa
and, like,
Leslie.
right?
yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
you look at like when you have somebody, like I can appreciate when somebody is at the absolute pinnacle of their talent. This even transcends into like music. Like when I can see someone be the greatest at the thing that they do, it's impressive to me. Like, and so that's where like I can have an appreciation for them and I can remove my fandom a little bit. Now, if it's for somebody that's directly against my team, like Patrick Mahomes, I can tell you, I can't stand Patrick Mahomes, but I can sit back and look at this guy and go, we might be witnessing the greatest passer in the history of the NFL. And so I'm an NFL fan, so I can watch it and like be like, wow, that's really impressive. I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it at all. And I wish he played for somebody else. I wish he played for us.
Right.
But I can sit back and look at it and appreciate it from a different scope, a little bit more objective and not subjective. So, you know, did I ever thought I'd be saying this about Tom Brady? Not within a Raider context, but can I sit back and appreciate what he's done for the league and the story that, like it's impressive as hell, man.
Yeah. I didn't get to that point until after like he left the Patriots and honestly probably very recently was I able to get to that point. But I'm not going to lie, when I started really taking in Tom Brady stuff was when he went out on his own on social media. And I thought, wow, that's a likable guy. Like, he's a funny guy.
He's kind of funny.
He's a funny guy, and he doesn't take things too seriously. And I thought...
And he could.
Ooh, that's right up my alley. I don't take shit too seriously either. And so I did sort of disconnect myself from the Tuck rule. And then when I saw Charles Woodson do that special with him. And they were chopping it up and like they were talking football and they were laughing and I thought, okay, Michelle, you were taking this a little too seriously. So maybe disconnect yourself a little and saw, you know, Brady make the joke about the Tuck rule and those kind of things. And I thought, okay, this is a little different. And I started seeing him in a different light.
If Charles Woodson can make peace with that, then we should.
Absolutely,
if Phil Villapiano and Franco Harris can make peace about the Immaculate Deception, so should we. I'm not saying that we should feel emotionally.
I will say Mahomes and Travis Kelce still dead to me. But maybe at some point in the future, in my life in the future, I will be able to say. But I do understand what you're saying about that. You know, he's great. I didn't even want to say that out loud. But I do understand what you're saying. Maybe in the future I'll be able to also say that with a full breath, but I cannot right now. But the Tom Brady thing, I think we can glean so much good knowledge from him. And the fact that if Mark Davis thinks it's a good idea, who are we? Who are we to say no?
There you go.
That's it. That's it.
The end.
That's it.
If he feels like he needs to bring somebody in, bring him in.
Bring him in.
And he chose to come in.
Absolutely.
That's the other thing.
Yep.
But I think it's cool.
Yep.
All right. So Tom's not going to play quarterback for us.
That was my final thought. Tom is off the table. He's off the table.
Tom's off the table. So the Raiders made a quick adjustment when Jimmy Garoppolo was discovered that he had a little bit of a broken foot.
A little bit,
and sent him off to surgery. And so this is interesting. So I want to go to Scott Pioli, who you want to talk about somebody we don't like. This is the guy that was responsible for assembling not only a Chiefs championship team, but a Patriots championship team.
God dang.
I know it, right?
What are you doing to me tonight?
Well, but listen to this, though. He gives a perspective on what the Raiders did when they added the addendum to the Jimmy Garoppolo contract. And so for somebody that's this accomplished and this well-versed on how NFL shit works, it's pretty important to get his endorsement and his opinion on it.
NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported on that addendum that was added into Jimmy G's Raiders contract, which stated he would otherwise not have passed the team's physical because of that injured foot. Explain to us what that means and why those injury waivers are put into these contracts.
Sarah, listen, when that report first came out on Pro Football Talk a couple of weeks ago, it made everything make so much more sense. Remember, there was the delay in the signing. There was an agreement to terms. The deal was done, but then it took a couple of days to get done. Clearly what happened here was The terms were agreed to. Then when Jimmy G came in, they did a physical on them. And this happens the process happens in that order very often. And what happens sometimes is a player will come in, they'll find out that there's an injury, that it's a real problem, and what they have to do then is make sure that they mitigate the risk that they take, meaning the club. So the club then goes to the player and the agent and says, hey, listen, we've got a pre-existing injury here. This is a problem. We shouldn't be on the hook and guaranteed for a problem that exists now, especially in the fact that we're going to have to do surgery right now. So what teams do and agents try to do is they try to negotiate a situation like this where they will take a specific body part and put a waiver on that body part.
Hey.
But what happens sometimes is teams try to get too onerous in their behavior, and they try to do a contract where they'll be very vague and they'll say, well, the entire ankle, where the agent and the union want to make sure that a player doesn't make it that vague and that it's a very specific part. So this was not that unique if you spend time doing contracts, but to me, it made everything make so much more sense, and both sides have mitigated their risk, and it was fair to both sides, it sounds like.
All right, I love it. So I think it's an incredibly responsible move by the Raiders. Swag Jeff, we talked about this a little bit on the rundown, that, you know, it's kind of felt like it's been a long time. We went from Al doing pretty wild stuff there towards the end.
Sure.
To Reggie McKenzie doing incredibly conservative things because
right.
he had to, not only had to correct Al's, thing that he had going on there, and the legacy of those contracts and whatever. So he had to be real conservative, but then kind of carried that conservatism through. Then you had the Mayock, Gruden era, and we're getting rid of Khalil Mack, but then we're signing other players like Corey Littleton to monster contracts. Like, it seemed like we haven't kind of gotten out of this odd flow of not just irresponsible contracts, but just like kind of strange for a long time.
Sure.
And this might be the first time in a long time to where everybody kind of did the right thing.
Absolutely, man. Well, and I go back to Paul's email that he said on the rundown last week when he said that it's give these guys a little bit of time because they're having to build this foundation, on a foundation of sand. Like, there's been a lot of questionable moves by the previous regimes, not only Mayock and Gruden, like you said. I mean, we're kind of having to play catch up for a long time. So, I love it. I think it's great that the Raiders are making a smart financial move. And this was not a move to, make everyone freak out. This was just a smart move, and we'll get to it later. I mean, everyone's confident in Jimmy G. No one is worried about Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And if the folks in the building aren't worried about Jimmy G, you don't need to be worried about Jimmy G. I mean, the end. Stop trying to be mad for no reason. Josh McDaniels, yes, there are some things about him that I'm like, why'd you do that? Bro, what are you doing? But he's an NFL head coach. Okay, I trust you, dude. You say he's good until I see that he's not. I'm in.
Absolutely. All right, so let's check in with Ian Rappaport on the NFL Network, and he talks about kind of the whole way that this thing unfolded.
Here's my understanding of where it stands. Jimmy Garoppolo has been present for basically everything inside the Raiders building. He has been present for all the OTAs. He's been present for minicamp, not taking part today. But from where he stands right now following surgery several weeks ago, he is expected to be ready long before training camp. That is barring any sort of snag in this process, barring any sort of issues with his foot, which is obviously a big caveat there. But he is expected, I'm told, to be ready for training camp. And if that is the case, if Garoppolo responds as he should following the foot surgery that was necessary after he signed, and of course the contract adjustment, the guaranteed money that is now waiting for him, needs to pass a physical for all of that. But if all of this plays out as it should for the Raiders, I know they are confident that this will be the case, then this will basically be over. He'll get the money that is due to him. The Raiders will have their starting quarterback. We can all put this little chapter in the Jimmy Garoppolo Raiders history behind.
All right, so there Ian Rappaport says it everything's kind of going along to plan. All right, fair enough. When Josh McDaniels was posed with the question, did he have any anxiety about it, Michelle? This is what he had to say, and I want to get your thoughts after we hear. So, the media, like everybody's saying it's going as it should. Now the Raiders are saying everything goes as it should. What should we feel like as fans?
Could maybe raise the anxiety level of some fans on the eventual availability of Jimmy. We're about 8 weeks, I guess, away from training camp. Is there a confidence that
I have no anxiety.
Right. Okay. There you go.
You guys might have anxiety.
Is there?
I don't have any anxiety.
I know you're confident Jimmy will be back, but when Jimmy does come back, this time that's being missed, how valuable would this time have been to work with guys, and what can you do to kind of build that chemistry, if he's not on the field necessarily with the guys?
Again, we can't control. This is football. And there's definitely going to be players that miss time, and I mean, just Josh Jacobs wasn't able to do a whole lot last year either, and a decent year. So again, I don't want to overstate any of that stuff. You know what I mean? The relationships, the trust, the communication, the rapport, all that stuff's being built. He's here every day, obviously, and the guys are getting to know each other, which is a great thing. I don't want to overstate or understate the importance of OTAs or anything like that. It's an important time of the year, but there's also a lot of players that can't participate in it. And again, remember, it's voluntary. So there's players that aren't participating in it, across the league. So that doesn't mean that, this year's going to be bad for him and not good for him and all the rest of it. So, like I said, I have no anxiety about it. I'm excited that he's here, really excited that he's here, and looking forward to it when he's out there.
Why don't you have any anxiety?
I don't worry about the things I can't control. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, I have very good information that would tell me that we're going to be fine. You know what I mean? So again, nothing has happened that would have changed that. Okay, so that's why I feel that way.
All right, Michelle. So here's what's interesting. Here's what I want to get your take on this. My initial thoughts on this is that, number one, I love how he says about, I'm not going to focus on things I can't control. But like, as a fan, okay, my fandom is riding on the Raiders' success. Or actually, it's not. Right. Frankly, it's not. Not even that. It doesn't. The Raiders could never win another game, and my fandom won't be affected.
But your highs and lows.
My opinion might be affected, but my actual fandom of the team won't change. This is Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. This is their job, and their livelihood is Now, granted, they're probably already have generational wealth based on their history in the NFL, but like their literal legacy in their chosen profession and their livelihood and their reputation and all of that is riding on their decision making. So for him to just come out and say, "I'm not worried about it," that speaks volumes to me.
1,000%. Because, okay, so as an artist, and it's different, but it's a little the same to me because what I put out is important to the people that buy it, and I stand behind my product, right? So if my product fails, that's on me. So I think for Josh McDaniels, he is not going to stand up there and say, I think Jimmy G is ready to go, and him not be believing that that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to stand up there. This is his reputation on the line. Not Jimmy G's, of course, because he's the quarterback, but Josh McDaniels is the coach. His reputation is on the line here. So he is going to be checking in meticulously. I don't care what you think he's doing. If you think he's just blase, no big deal. He's good. I've checked in 2 weeks ago. He is checking in regularly to make sure that Jimmy G is ready to go. He's like the creator. He's the fabricator. He's making these things go. He is not checking in every few weeks. He's checking in regularly to make sure that Jimmy G is ready to fucking... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He is ready to hit that...
Late on the button, pal.
Oh, my bad.
That's on on me. I should have prepped you. But Josh McDaniels is not. He's not a passive person.
Right.
This.
I got you. Yeah.
He's meeting with him every day. He's talking to him all the time. He's making sure, dude, are you ready to go? Are we going to make this happen? That's his reputation on the line. He is not just blasé on this. What do you think, Jeff? I mean, am I right?
Oh, 100%. 100%. You're right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'll hit up Kill Jadis right here. He calls himself the Grumpy Raider fan. Says he's blowing smoke.
No,
just buy into that.
It's
buy
his
into
reputation.
that. You think he's blowing smoke? No, shut up for a second. No, you might think he's blowing smoke.
No,
just believe him. Maybe something nice will happen. Stop buying. Stop. This glass is half full, bro. Like,
can I just say this just real quick?
Say it, please.
Kill Jadis. This is to you personally. If you no, I'm serious. Because as an artist, because you have a podcast, like if it's got your name on it, you want to make sure that everyone that's working with you is lining things up so you don't look like a clown. That's what I feel like is happening. He wants to make sure. I don't think he's blowing smoke.
Yeah,
I think he's hearing from Jimmy G and saying, listen, we got to make this happen, guy.
Right. Okay. So that's fair, but but for the people that are not buying in, Jeff, I don't think that it's necessary.
Listen, I'm not 100% buying in.
Well, hold on. So I don't think it's important. Like it's necessary for us fans to just buy in just because it's this guy's what he said.
Sure. No, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that there is an element to Josh McDaniels, as we saw last year, to where there can be some misdirection to his comments. And while he can be supremely confident, he's also not going to say, "Yeah, well, you know, what? We're not sure if he's going to make it."
What coach is?
Well, that's the thing, is that he's not going to come out and say like, "Yeah, we're uncertain." They have to be of the utmost certainty in the decisions that they're making, but that doesn't mean that they're always going to be correct. And I think that that's what the difference is. And I think that that's where any fan that comes across with skepticism, I don't think it's a misguided skepticism. I think it's fair for the idea that like, they've not proven anything yet. So we talked about Tom Brady for freaking 9 hours about all the clout he has and all the juice he has and all the pull he has because of his credibility. Josh McDaniels has zero credibility. Yeah. Dave Ziegler has zero credibility. I'm sorry. And like they have credibility with their past and what they've done in the past, but they've not earned anything with us as fans yet. So I get both sides. I'm with you. Like I'm going to be blindly faithful because I'm a Raider fan and I got a silver and black heart, and that is never going to change. But I'm also going to have a little bit of a reserved skepticism until these son of bitches start proving something.
Well, but I feel like blowing smoke might be a little.
I don't think it's not blowing smoke, but it's corporate speak.
I feel you. Oh,
it's corporate speak.
It is corporate speak.
It all is.
But no one knows what the 2023 Raiders are going to do.
They
don't know.
That's right.
So maybe buying in and just blindly all in, maybe that's a little bit of a wrong word. But like until the 2023 Raiders do something stupid, you can't say that you're blowing smoke.
Well,
and
let me
you
tell
can't
you.
say that they're not doing like that they suck. They're making the wrong decisions.
Right.
Because nobody knows.
Because we don't know what's going to happen.
Corporate media doesn't know. The fans don't know. The team doesn't know.
Right.
Give them a chance to screw up before we already say that they're going to screw up.
Yes. And Josh McDaniels is talking to the doctors of Jimmy G. He knows better than any of us know what is happening with his foot or whatever the F he had surgery on. He is thank you. 3 seconds later. Josh McDaniels is intimately connected with what is happening with his foot. Okay, listen. And you've heard y'all have heard my calls. I don't always blindly follow this team. But at this point, I feel like Josh McDaniels, he also has to protect his image. And he is not going to blindly say that Jimmy G is the guy, but right now he's the guy. So what do? I have to say, okay, well, I mean, I know his history. I know what he's been through. but he's my guy right now.
That's it, and he's all
my
over,
guy.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And we got, and that's ultimately again go back to the fandom. That is the blind part of my fandom is that I'm going to trust it until there's a reason for me not to trust it. Hey, shout out our buddy Graf in the chat there. What's up, Graf? Good to see you, brother. Good to see your brother in there. And so all right, so. Look.
It's hard.
It's
hard. Oh, damn, it's hard.
And listen, and shout out to our good friend on the internet, our good friend at Raider Posts.
Oh.
If you don't follow Raider Posts on Twitter, you're not doing Twitter right as a Raider fan. Michelle? Correct
I following Raider Posts?
I don't know.
I'm going to
sure
go
you are.
right now, but I probably am.
So Raider Post is awesome. And,
Okay.
and there are, and as it sounds, by title, there are a lot of Raider posts of different sorts. Some of them are funny. Some of them honor the past. There's all kinds of different stuff. So our good friends at Raider posted this up, and I sent a message, and I said, hey, I want to use this one on the show because he did this cut up of our extremely confident coach, Josh McDaniels.
Okay.
Oops. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Here we go.
I'm afraid to hear it.
Obviously,
Oh no.
And
I owe so many people an apology right now. Get out of your
Wait, it gets better.
Sounds like me podcasting after too many White Claws.
I have no anxiety.
Oh, no anxiety.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker
That guy
Phil
knows
Villapiano.
what the team is doing. He's confident in Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jeez. This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
Isn't that the best?
That was.
Wow.
I'm terrified. I'm horrified.
Patrick Claybon with NFL Network here. Hey, folks, I know 3 things you might like. Do you like football? Do you like the Las Vegas Raiders?
Yeah.
Do you like listening to things?
Yeah.
I'll add a 4th. Do you like swag?
Oh, yeah.
Well, here we got Swag Jeff, Murf, Uncle Mosh. This is Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, Swag Jeff, we got a bunch going on there in the chat room with these donations. What do
My
we got
gosh,
going on
it's
in there, man?
unbelievable, man. So now, as of right now, we've got 10 members for the Raiders Fan Radio YouTube channel. So much respect. So if you haven't done it, man,
That's
so
$50. Actually, that's $100.
It's yeah, because I'm gonna double it tonight. So every person that signs up to be a member of Raiders Fan Radio on the YouTube channel, it's $5 a month. And tonight I'm gonna spot you that other $5. You're gonna get 1 poker chip because tonight we are going to be raffling off this signed Rich Gannon jersey. So Michelle's gonna flash it up once again. It's all going to the One Nation Foundation. So if you haven't donated, get your donations in. Every $10 super chat or membership gets you 1 poker chip into the running to win this guy. Man, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous jersey, JSA certification, signed by Rich Gannon, our last Super Bowl quarterback that we have.
2002 MVP if you need him.
2002 MVP if you need him. So yeah, get in the mix, man, and help the One Nation Foundation because why not?
Why not?
Because that's what it's all about, man. Raider Nation's family, dude. So let's help each other. You know?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Appreciate you, Raider Nation, so very, very much.
And Joel says he's going to double. I said I'll double their chips tonight.
Damn.
So there you go.
Incredible.
So CPA Joel is going to throw in some extra chips to help you guys out, help the cause as well. So get in the freaking mix.
Get in the mix. And Vibrator in the chat room.
So
there says,
10 members right there. Joel says he's going to donate $100.
Oh, thank you, Joel. Thank you. Vibrator says if you could do it on iPhones, you would have a lot more. So
you can't do it on iPhones?
I guess not. I don't know, but maybe you could just use Google Chrome on your iPhone or something.
Oh, that's
Or
Yeah.
go to your local library and get on their computer. You know what I mean? Are those still a thing?
No, no, sir.
There you go.
I mean, you could, but
But
who's
yeah, I
doing that?
don't know the mechanics
don't.
of it or whatever. I
I
guess
have an Android, so I don't know anything about iPhone.
There you go. Yeah, me too. All right. So next up, let's talk
Top
about
tier.
the positions that are not quarterback.
Okay.
Okay. So Joel says hit your desktop.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So go along and do it that way, and appreciate you all that are joining in and becoming members of the Raiders Fan Radio YouTube channel, and 100% of that money will go to the Raiders. Go to Raiders related charities via the One Nation
Oh no,
Foundation.
Trinidad says he's been trying to join for 30 minutes.
I'm not sure.
Is it,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's
Well,
an iPhone.
yeah,
He might
yeah.
have
It's a
an
long wait,
iPhone.
dude. It's a lot of people that want to join, man.
Yeah,
You
there you go, yeah.
gotta do your
Go to
time,
your
bro.
desktop because
There
it
you
sounds
go.
you probably maybe you have an iPhone, so that might be the issue, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It's an
Yeah,
iPhone
yeah.
issue.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right, so let's check in with the other guy that's running this organization, or one of the other guys. That is Dave Ziegler. As we talk about the other players on the team that are not quarterback, and he digs in a little bit on the wide receiver depth, and which I think we got a lot of.
Yeah, we're really
Hello?
excited about
What?
the offensive skill group that we have. And again, it's on paper right now, but when you talk about what I see is a lot of guys that can win on critical situations. And mainly we're talking about third down and we're talking about in the red zone. But when you talk about Devontae obviously can do it. Jacoby Myers is a proven commodity that can do it. Hunter can do it. We feel like Mike Mayer, that's going to be part of his skill set and his strength. Hooper's done it, at the NFL level. And then you add some interesting pieces like DeAndre Carter, who can fly, Philip Dorsett, who can fly, Trey Tucker, who can fly.
Got a theme going here.
I got a theme going here.
DJ Turner is an explosive player. And so we have an interesting combination of guys that are these third down, red zone, productive players, and then we have another element of explosiveness and speed with another group of players. And so, and that's not to mention the tight ends too. And so, and then the running back. And so, yeah, there's a lot of guys on the team as they continue to develop, and if they reach their potential, that if you're a defensive coordinator, you're going to be up late, trying to figure out how we're gonna stop all these guys.
I love it, Swag Jeff. He talks about the depth there that we have a wide receiver, and a lot of diversity in terms of what their skill sets are, right?
Yes.
That's going to be pretty sweet,
100%, man. Yeah, you got a bunch of guys that can do a bunch of different things, man. And all the people that are still talking about, are we going to trade Renfro? Hey, what's Renfro going to do?
Man.
I don't think so, man. I think we're going to dance with the ones that brought us, man. I really do think that. And if we can at the wide receiver position, I feel like we've been in this position for a while now, where we're cutting guys before the regular season that are solid players. So a guy like Philip Dorsett and stuff like that, you bring a guy like that in to challenge some of these other guys, but we may not see him in the regular season. So, if we're that deep, if we're running that deep at the receiver position, that's friggin' dope, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm with you, and it's nice to have that kind of depth, and it really gives play callers a lot more of an ability to be creative and what they're going to do. And when I've heard some folks be critical of what the Raiders have done, and in terms of lack of speed and whatnot, and we haven't had speed on this team. We did. Unfortunately, though, it was Henry Ruggs.
Right.
And we couldn't do anything about that in terms of, that was such an unfortunate thing. And he added, QB Jeff talked about it a lot. It added such a dynamicism, is that a word? Whatever.
Sure.
A dynamic
I'll take it.
thing to our offense that wasn't about just his ability to stretch the defense. But it was about his ability to work underneath, and with that level of speed, that's what opened up Waller a lot. That's what opened up Renfro a lot. And so by bringing in a guy like Trey Tucker, by bringing in Philip Dorsett, I think that we're going to add that element back again, and it's going to give them a lot more creativity and versatility on offense.
Yeah. For me, listen, I love scoring, and that's great, and we have a lot of weapons in that aspect, but I'm also what about the defense?
Well, we're gonna get to that.
Okay. Because and the sad reality about the Ruggs thing is man, he was really the trajectory was huge.
Yeah, he was on the rise.
But
yeah.
what can you do?
Nothing.
There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do, and that's just one of those like sad realities about the football game. But the offense that we have is I think we can really do well, and then obviously defense is the issue.
Yeah, I think we could be a top 10 scoring offense.
Absolutely,
Absolutely, we could.
1,000%. Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and save me the if
Agreed.
we're healthy. Well, yeah, it
No.
goes for any team. Like
Yep.
if we're healthy, of course.
Every
But like and we don't like the on paper argument either. But when you look at what we've seen demonstrated
Yep.
and the ability of this team and the play calling or whatever, I mean, I think that
Our offense is
we're fine.
chef's kiss.
We're
right?
fine. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
So one of the big things, though, that we are going to need when it comes to offense this year is we're going to need a Josh Jacobs.
Oh, yeah.
It's there's a lot. We could dive into a whole long discussion around the way that the position of running back has changed over the, 10, 15 years or whatever, maybe since Adrian Peterson that I can think of as the last, like a quote bell cow running back, like someone that you can, depend on, the 3 different downs and is going to lead the league and like command big dollars and all that. Like the NFL has moved away from that, but there are certain aspects to where it's still relevant. And when you look at like what Christian McCaffrey does with the Niners, you look at what Derrick Henry is to the Titans, there are still players out there that can command big money and really be the focal point or one of the main focal points of an offense. I don't know if Josh Jacobs is there yet because we haven't seen him done it repeatedly. In his 4-year career, we've seen him do it twice. And so that's the thing that's unfortunately, I think, holding him back. But one guy that has really been vocal, and I've really followed a lot, and I would encourage you too, Raider Nation, to check out what this guy has to say, because I think it's very relevant in terms of the discussion around Josh Jacobs, is Saquon Barkley, who's in a very similar situation to where he's kind of the identity of that offense, but has struggled with some injury and been a little inconsistent at times. And he's really been outspoken in terms of what has gone on with the position. And I think there's even a bigger conversation to have around should the NFLPA get involved and maybe come to a different ratification in the CBA to where running backs get different treatment. But the current CBA runs through 2030. So we're not coming out of this anytime soon. Like we're going to be in this thing for running backs for a considerable amount of time. So anyways, let's check in with Saquon because his theory, and listen, I don't think it's collusion. I don't know if I necessarily agree with him, but he raises a fair point. Is the NFL holding the running back position to a lower value in order for owners to not have to shell out the kind of money that they once did in terms of proportion, in terms of percentage? Again, I don't think it's a collusion thing. I think it's just collectively they're making the same decision because that's just kind of the healthy decision to make in the current climate of the NFL. But anyways, let's check in with Saquon and see what he's got to say. Now, when you hear these comments, Raider Nation, put it in like the frame of a Josh Jacobs, and I think it'll really bring a lot of context to what our running back is going through.
Saquon, quick question about the market for running backs. Do you think maybe, in the next collective bargaining or something that the union and the owners can come together and find something that works out better for running backs? Because it seems like a lot of guys are just not being paid at the value that they need to be paid.
I don't know, because that's going to be in 10 years. And to be honest, I love the game a lot, but I don't see myself being on a football field in 10 years. But what I will say about the running back market and the value of it, what do you think is going to happen? They tagged the top 3 guys. We didn't even get a chance to hit the open market. So when we don't get a chance to hit the open market, it hurts a guy like Miles. It hurts all those other guys. They put the cap at 10. And then when they have the tag, they have all the leverage. And that's the reality of it. But there's a personal side of it too. There's a human side of it too. And going off back to the question what Kim said, how I felt like that, they're diminishing what I've done since 2018. I'm not saying that, but everyone will talk about the running back market and this and that and the third. Every team is different. Like everyone, there's a thing that goes up, and I think you mentioned it before about quarterbacks in the Super Bowl and how many rushing yards, the top rusher. But every team is not like every team. Pat Mahomes is a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time MVP, and like this is not everybody have Pat Mahomes, and this is no knock to Daniel Jones, so don't even try to flip like that. And then you look at the Eagles who play. Jalen Hurts, a great quarterback. That team is amazing, but every team is not the Eagles. Every team don't have that much talent. And when you come to my situation, come to me personally, I feel like that I helped our team a lot. I feel like not only on the field but off the field. I feel like as a leader, I feel like obviously there's a conversation of my numbers going down. I think there's a whole lot of other stuff that happened to play as NFL. You know, we were a one-dimensional team in the beginning of the season. We were running the ball. We have a great coach. We played Detroit Lions. They came in, bust that ass, stopped me. We had to switch it up, and we have a great coach with Days and with Cav, and we had a whole new game plan. We came out and found a way to get the job done and make it to the playoffs. But going to the running back market, when you talk about the running back, no, I don't agree with that. I think that it's not fair because I don't think Tennessee Titans is a great team, but Derrick Henry's one of those guys on those team. St. Fran's a great team, but Christian McCaffrey's one of those guys on the team. Josh Jacobs, the list go on and on. And I think when you talk about the New York Giants, I think even Pierce came on and said it. I have a lot of respect in this league, and I think that's how it should be viewed.
All right, so Swag Jeff, since the last time we talked about it, you were right. I was wrong. It's $10 million.
Right.
Is what he's going to get under that tag. I think he's looking for like 14, and the Giants have resubmitted their offer to Saquon for 14.
Right.
Since he made these comments. So, and that's why I wanted to play him for you tonight, Raider Nation, because I think these are incredibly poignant and relevant comments that Saquon had to say in terms of this position, and it directly influences what's going to happen to us. Because if he, quote, sets the market, that's going to influence what the Raiders are going to decide to do with Josh Jacobs. And it wouldn't surprise me if Saquon takes a $14 million a year offer, then I think the responsibility is on the Raiders to restructure somebody and then offer that kind of money to Josh Jacobs. I mean, I know Hero was critical early on of him, or just at least vaguely, about the idea that he hasn't put it together back-to-back yet. And that was the one thing that we've taken into consideration in this conversation, is that he's not done it 3-4 years in a row like Derek did, or these other guys of Christian McCaffrey, although Christian battled with some injuries. But I think this is important. I think this might be the linchpin to what happens with Josh Jacobs, and we've got some time.
Yeah, we have time, man. And it's just going to take one of these teams to get a running back to agree to this deal. You know what I mean? Like, if Saquon agrees to that 14 mil, the Raiders need to come up with an extra 4 from their franchise tag. Now, if Josh Jacobs agrees to a deal with 12 or 13, then Saquon's going to probably take that too.
Right.
You know, I mean, I totally understand these running backs wanting to get their bag. Like, I totally understand. And I think
their
that
only shot.
It's their only shot. And I really
shot.
think it's really unfortunate that the league has kind of shifted and made these running backs not as valuable. But are they not as valuable? And that's the thing that I think was unique about what Saquon had to say, is that, like, when you look at offenses like, and let's talk about the Chiefs. Sure.
Right? Because Isaiah Pacheco came in as a 7th round draft pick, and and along with a whole bunch of other members of their recent draft that played in that Super Bowl, and they won it and they were effective. But that's a different situation than what Saquon's in, what Derrick Henry's in, what Josh Jacobs is in, right? You could even say that, the Niners, Christian's a little bit more of a hybrid-y kind of thing. I don't think he's the focal point. Not when you have a Deebo Samuel and a Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle and all that. I wouldn't say he's the guy, but on some of these other running backs that are the guy, I think that there's still a fair conversation that it's not just plug and play. Like, because if that were the case, to me, I would say this. They would have just let Josh Jacobs walk and put Zamir White in there.
Right. Can he do what Josh Jacobs did?
But we don't know yet. But we don't know. Maybe he can.
We did see
maybe
a little,
we can.
though.
That's been the talk for a long time, that we talked about it with quarterbacks for forever, and still talk about that forever. How do you win a Super Bowl? You build up that defense, you pay your damn defense, and you get a quarterback on a rookie deal. The end. That's how you win a championship.
A big part of the formula anyways. Yeah.
Now you get add running back into that. Get a guy when it's affordable, that's young, that's hungry, that's busting ass, that's running for that bag that we're talking about, and then you just go and get the next guy.
Well,
you go let him get that bag, and unfortunately for these running backs, that maybe that bag isn't there.
Zamir White had a few of those opportunities, though. and he
did.
didn't do what Josh Jacobs did.
That is true.
That's true.
It's such
That's true.
And I know I use this phrase a lot, but it's like a crapshoot. You just never know. You roll them out and you see who can do what they can do. Zamir White maybe isn't Josh Jacobs, but is he enough to get us where we want to go? That's the question.
That's the question.
That's
I mean,
the question.
And when you look at their freaking offenses, I mean, when you look whether it was Deion Lewis and who's it, Corey Dillon, and you look at all the different running backs that have played for who's it, James White? Was that the guy? I think it was a good pass catcher that was very much like Josh Jacobs. Like when you look at him, like for the Patriots offenses, you're right, Michelle. Like in that offense, there was a lot of plug and play going on.
Well, and now you have a different quarterback. You've got Jimmy Garoppolo versus Derek Carr, who can throw maybe a little more accurate. Like, so now we're dealing with a whole complete different dynamic now with Derek. Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, it's I don't think it takes a lot. To Jeff's point, which I thought was great, it doesn't take a lot to find $4 million in a salary cap. It takes one restructure. It takes
one restructure. That's it.
So
restructure Chandler Jones, restructure Max Crosby, restructure, and you could come up with $40 million. I mean, like it's not hard to come up with.
I just feel like running backs are so like freaking goodwill. You know, like they're just like bottom of the barrel. Like
that's the unfortunate thing, and that's you know what I mean, and that's where like the bigger conversation goes. And I feel bad in it. I feel bad that they have to sit in this for for the next 10 years.
And I get it, trying to like sit back and dig your heels in and say, I'm worth this. Like I get it.
Because they have one shot.
That's it.
That's basically that's it.
Yeah.
They come out of the rookie deal. Right. They got one shot at a big contract to earn that generational wealth, and then that's it. So I don't begrudge them. I don't begrudge them a bit. I don't. But at the same time,
and like you said, you could find it.
But you can find it. Money. But at the same time, I also don't begrudge ownership or the GMs because they're running the business.
They're running the business. They're running 32 teams have the same thing. And if the market is like that
and you're
for
waiting
all 32,
for someone to set it.
Then that's what you That's it. You're waiting for someone to pull the trigger. Yep. Someone's got to be the one to start it.
You don't want to be the one, though, to pull
it. And unfortunately for some of these other guys, I mean, the Panthers did that with Christian McCaffrey and then traded it to San Francisco. So right now, Christian McCaffrey is the bar.
Yeah.
So all these guys see Christian McCaffrey and go, I want that 17 mil.
Well, but look, but here's the thing, though. Like, it's funny because, like you said, okay, so the Panthers sign him and they trade him away. Look what just happened to Dalvin Cook.
Oh. Ooh.
Dude is nothing. Dude lives in the end zone.
Bro.
Right.
He does exactly what you want your running back to do. Austin Eckler barely is a Charger still.
Yeah.
Like, he was on the move. Like, it's just unfortunate the way that position works nowadays.
The running back is really...
It's funky. It's funky as hell, man. Because you have these guys
disrespected like every turn.
It is because they're highly productive.
Yeah,
it's like and like I heard some comments from Leonard Fournette. He was on Good Morning Football, I believe today or yesterday, whatever it was, and they were talking to him about that. Like, what do you think about all these these different criticisms about why they don't want to pay running backs? And he's like, when we went to the Super Bowl and won it, I was 50% of the offense.
Oof.
When Tom don't like to throw. And when Tom's not throwing, guess who's got the ball? Me. And I'm paraphrasing. He wasn't that aggressive with his tone. But the idea is sound is that the guy is freaking the responsibility of half of the offense. So why is Leonard Fournette? Guess what? He's unemployed.
Ooh, yeah.
Playoff Lenny, Super Bowl champion, stud of LSU.
Yeah.
Not has a job. Like, ridiculous. Like,
that is.
And then so that's all furthers to your point, Michelle, that like it's unfortunate the way the running back position has unfolded. But like, what else are they going to do as ownership and with management? Like, I can't begrudge them, but it sucks.
It sucks. I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate it. Back with their finger guns, waiting for somebody to set the market
to do it.
Set it.
Well, and and like,
that's hard.
And for anybody that's old school, football fans, like. I'm like growing up, it was like the running backs, like they were the stars of the league. It was Walter Payton. It was Emmitt Smith. It was Barry Sanders.
Absolutely.
It was like, you know what I mean? Not to mention Marcus Allen,
Bo Jackson.
You know what I mean? Like those were the guys that they were the drivers of the offense.
Yep.
You want to know why the Raiders have 2 Super Bowls in the 80s? It's all running back and defense.
Absolutely.
The end. I mean, you look at Kenny King. I mean, even I know that he wasn't like a dominant Hall of Fame running back, but the impact that he had in the postseasons were it was remarkable. Anyways, but point being is those days of those players, being like, let alone if you go back through the history of the league and look at Jim Brown. And I mean, it's bananas the way that position has just, I mean, the closest I think you can get to it is maybe McCaffrey, but I would say Derrick. Derrick Henry to me is the only guy that harkens back to a previous era where it's like, this is the guy that's going to get the ball.
Absolutely.
Most of the time, you're going to know exactly where he's going with it, and we don't care because he's going to beat your ass anyway.
Absolutely.
That's you know what I mean? It's been a long time since we've seen guys like that. Again, I said Adrian Peterson earlier. He was one of those kind of guys. In his prime, not when he was 40 and playing for the Cardinals or whatever, but
he played for the Titans.
He played.
He sure did.
He was one of those guys that kind of played for everybody, didn't he?
Yeah. He played for the Seahawks for a game or two, the Titans for a game or two. Yeah, he was a journeyman.
Kind of all over the place. Yeah. But those days when he was with the Vikings, I mean, Adrian Peterson was unstoppable. But anyways, point being though is that it's very few and far between nowadays, and that sucks for the running backs. All right. So one last thing on the running backs, and then this is so funny to me. And we got to get moving here too because we're coming up on a 3-hour show.
Yeah, we are. We're like Gilligan's Island.
Oh yeah, we got to give this jersey away. So So nothing happens by accident to me. I when it comes to social media and created materials, and so this is kind of funny. So the Raiders released a video on Josh Jacobs and kind of like where this thing is going, and they did this whole long they did this intro with the play where he ran off with our walk-off against the Seahawks. But listen to what snippets they use leading up to the comments from the Raiders.
Bye-bye, Josh! This organization didn't pick up Josh Jacobs' fifth-year option in kind of a great scenario that, hey, when a guy's in that situation, he went out and produced rather than be a malcontent. He went out and he led the league in rushing. How committed is the organization to possibly bringing him back? It is a contract year. He is up now because of the lack of the fifth-year option.
Yeah, well, I'd first say just very proud of Josh and what he's done this year. A lot of the first year is getting to know people and getting to know Josh as a player and as a football player, his work ethic, his commitment to winning, his commitment to his own greatness are things that you don't know unless you spend time with people. And so that was a really encouraging thing to see this year. And Josh embodies a lot of the qualities that we want to build this foundation on. He loves football, he's dependable, he's tough, and he's a really good football player, and he's explosive, which is an important thing too. And so those are the types of players that we want to be Raiders and that we want to build around.
All right, so it's so funny to me that they literally let off Dave Ziegler's comments with this.
Bye-bye, Josh!
So
I heard that too.
You know what I mean? It's very, very interesting there. So anyways, good stuff there. The Raiders obviously want him back, and so we'll see. I would say 28, JJ 28, but it's now JJ 8.
8, that's right.
We will see back. So all right, so getting back to Michelle's comments about what do we do about the defense? Wait, here we had all this offensive talk. What do we do about the defense? Well, Max Crosby was at. I'm not a fan of this term. I'm going to tell this to you guys.
All right.
The Raiders called it Content Day. After I thought about it for a minute, I'm not a fan of the word content because anybody can make content.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm from here out, I'm planting a flag here at Raiders Fan Radio. We are not content creators anymore.
What are we?
We are show producers.
You damn right
we
are.
Content.
F&A, man. I love that.
Anybody can create content. Yeah.
But not everybody can produce a show.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that. But anyway, so I the Raiders production quality at this day was phenomenal, and the access they gave to us as fans from all of the different players and coaches and legends and everything else was phenomenal. And so here comes Max Crosby and sits down with the folks. He's with JT the Brick. He's with Eric Allen and your boy Q. And they are talking about how it's time for the Raiders to prove it. And while they can believe all they want that they're a great team, Max will tell you they got to prove it.
I love the guys that we brought in. I love what we're doing. On the outside world, everybody's going to have an opinion, especially when you're not winning. They deserve to, have their criticisms. I get it. We're 6-11 last year. It's not good enough. It's unacceptable. And I take it extremely personal. So, yeah, the fans have a right to be upset. But I know this. I know guys are putting in work right now. We have a close team. Guys are off the field doing things together, and we're doing the right things to put ourselves in a position to be successful. And the outside opinions, we appreciate them, because at the end of the day, when it's bad, you're going to know it's bad. And when it's good, you're going to know it's good as well. So I've been on the Raiders for 4 years now. We've been in the playoff one time in my 4 years, and that's just not good enough. So I totally understand where the fans are coming from, but I really do love this group. I feel like the coaches, coaches and players have really looked in the mirror and realized, okay, this is what we need to do. What we did last year was not good enough, and it's simple as that from top to bottom. So if we get a bunch of guys on the same page that are bought in on winning, not just individual stats, not just, all right, I'm going to have my success, I'm going to be good. If we do it for each other, everybody's going to have success. Everyone's going to, do above and beyond of what, the outside world expects. So it's really about just buying in and believing in the guy next to you, and that's going to give you a great chance to win. And like I said, people have their opinions on what we should do as an organization. We need to draft this guy. We're getting rid of these guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? They get paid for a reason, upstairs, and they have a vision of what they want. And I would be crazy if I didn't believe in that. They believe in me. I believe in this team, and I feel like all that matters is the guys in this building putting in the work every single day, and we have to go out there and produce for the fans and just prove everybody that we're a good team and got a lot going for the future.
All right, Michelle. So we got to get moving here, because we got to get towards our giveaway and our Sea of Fans. But give me some quick comments there about Max, and like if you mentioned earlier, if he's bought in, if he believes, that doesn't mean that we have to as fans, but that's got to at a minimum give you some encouragement.
Absolutely. That's the thing that like struck out in my head, is that he feels if the decisions they're making are what need to be made, he's in. And I think that's all that matters. Period.
That's it.
There's no other, like, what do we know? He is intimately involved in what's happening in that situation. He likes what he's hearing, buy in, and then go make shit happen. Period.
If Max Crosby's bought in,
period,
we need to be bought in. The end.
Period.
If Max Crosby believes in this team and believes that we are good enough to make it to the promised land, then your opinions don't matter.
Well,
the end. No, stop it.
Period.
It doesn't matter. We can have our opinions, but we're sitting here eating Lay's chips, watching on Sundays.
That's right.
He's putting in the work.
Sure. Mohawk has beaten us 12 years in a row. Sure, they're terrific athletes, but it doesn't matter. Do you know that they use the most sophisticated training methods from the Soviet Union, East and West Germany, and the newest Olympic power, Trinidad Tobago? But it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I tell you, it just doesn't matter. 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 It just doesn't matter.
That's it.
Even if we play so far over our heads that our noses bleed for a week to 10 days, even if God in heaven above comes down and points his hand at our side of the field, even if every man, woman, and child held hands together and prayed for us to win, it just wouldn't matter. It just doesn't matter if we win or we lose. It just doesn't matter. 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 It just doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
There he is, fading, looking. He's under the gun. He's tied, he's thrown. It is.
to shout this out one more time. So we are raffling off this signed Rich Gannon jersey for the One Nation Foundation. So I'm going to flip it to Michelle right there. Yeah. Signed Rich Gannon jersey, JSA certificate of authenticity. Get in the mix, man. It's all going to the One Nation Foundation. During Sea of Fans, we need $80. $80. Get there.
$80. And that'll get us to a big milestone.
Make it happen, Captain.
And we appreciate you, Raider Nation, so very, very much for your support of the One Nation Foundation. And so to answer your question, that's the movie Meatballs. That's Bill Murray from the movie Meatballs. And while winning and losing does matter, in terms of our fandom, it doesn't matter. We ain't going. We ain't going. Yeah, we're not going anywhere at all. All right, so let's get to some emails. So there's a multitude of ways for you to contact the show. Love everybody that's in the chat room tonight. Raider Dank Vader is in there. Ebony Graves is in there. Raider Way is in there. Houston from LA is in there. Grumpy Raider Fan is in there. Animal Mother is in there. Let's see who I'm missing. Pineapple is in there. So many of our good friends. We appreciate you so very much. Vegas Raiders Pete is in there. All these amazing donations. Chef B is in there. So many of these awesome new memberships that we have.
Yes.
Thank you to all of
that's so cool.
We're up to 11 now. Trinidad did it during that last
got
segment.
in. Thank you, Trin. Appreciate that. Kevin the Raider Nerd is in there. Appreciate you, Kevin. And so appreciate all the new members of the Raiders fan radio crew. All right, so you can join us that way. You can also email the show at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. That's show. S-H-O-W
okay.
at RaidersFanRadio.com, and you can join in the Sea of Fans that way, or you can, like our good buddy Jesus Alvarez has called before and is a made man, you can call the show.
Jesus.
And you can call it at 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. And appreciate you all. And if you email the show an indefinite amount of times, or you call the show and we play your voicemail 3 times, you can become a made man or a made woman. And so let's check in and see what we have for emails tonight. And Michelle is going to kick us off. And who do we got?
We got Hooligan Nation with us. Okay, ready? Good evening, RFR crew, proud made men and women, and all of you first-time listeners wondering what you got yourself into. That's true.
Nice.
True that.
It's a great day to be a Raider. Hooligan Nation Raider here from the depths of the Queef Kingdom, surrounded by McDonald's uniform-wearing window lickers. So the newest news is that Third and Renfro will be a Raider this season, unless, of course, he isn't, because someone makes us an offer we just can't refuse, and they wonder why we stress. I hope Hunter sticks around, but that's just the emotional fan in me. Yes, same. When he's on fire, he's amazing, and he's a great guy, so why wouldn't I want him to stick around? Then there's JJ, who's still in negotiations and hasn't signed the franchise tag. But not to worry, says our fearless leader, because everyone wants to make this happen. Been hearing this forever. I am beginning to think the silver and black is just a description of most of our hair color after being a fan of this team for this long, but I digress. True. That's why I color mine.
That's why it's
just
pink.
cover it up. Our one-legged quarterback seems to be mending well and should be ready to go for camp. Time will tell.
We got a one-armed co-host and a one-legged quarterback.
That's it.
We've drafted Mini Gronk, Michael Mayer, and Mini Brady, Aiden O'Connell, so all this other business is just noise, right? Facts are, it's still too early to tell. It is too early to tell. We've said that. What will come, all of this, it's all unknowns. We still have a chance to make the Super Bowl at home in Vegas this season, and all we have to do is just win, baby.
Let's go.
Staying optimistic and wearing the silver and black hair with pride. That's it right there. That was it.
Hooligan Nation.
There you go.
Oh, it's so true.
Love it.
Good job. Wait, I need to there it is.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, Swag Jeff, you got one?
I do. I have one from Paul.
Okay.
Oh,
Paul?
Paul.
All right.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well. We are in that horrible part of the year where football seems way long away, when actually it's only about 5 weeks to training camp. At the moment, the Raiders seem to be pretty relaxed about things, and there are positive vibes coming from Henderson. For me, there are still areas for concern, though. that are not addressed will lead to gambles being taken and will ultimately determine how much we can achieve in 2023. The concerns are the same as they have been for quite a while now. The linebacker position and Josh Jacobs. Make the wrong decision and it will be the difference between success and failure next season. Let's start with linebacker. I've been of the opinion for a while, as many of you have, that we need at least one more experienced guy at the position. The longer we go, it's becoming more apparent that Mick Ziegler aren't going to bring anybody else in. They seem more happy with Divine Diablo than they'll go with hybrid players like Isaiah Palomalu. As the great Midtown Mo Moten pointed out last week, what is the plan B should Diablo not work out? Or what if he gets injured? It's a long season, so who's your go-to guy? Surely it makes more sense to have someone else there with experience rather than rely on a Russian roulette system made up of youngsters or depth players. Or is this Patrick Graham's preferred option? Either way, it's a gamble. Now on to Josh Jacobs. While I understand that they don't want to overpay him, and by all accounts, the Patriots never pay big contracts to running backs, surely they must see the importance of the player they have. The key to the problem, as far as I can see, is to franchise tag him in the first place. I think Josh feels slighted by that, especially after the season he had last year. Add to that there's no one in the current running back room that any of us can say would do the same or a better job than he can. There are numerous ways he could free up cash to pay him now, and lots of money available next season. I can never understand when a team finally gets a superstar player that they don't act quicker to resolve things and avoid a bigger situation forming. Sadly, they've gone down that route with JJ. Pay him and do it now. What's the holdup? Unless this whole thing is driven by growing NFL running back mutiny, either way, it's a gamble. Just imagine that offense without Josh Jacobs in it, and an injury-prone quarterback, and a prospect of a rookie quarterback playing more games than expected, with a significantly weakened backfield. Not a pretty picture, is it? And finally, after last week's email... Finally. After last week's email and my rant at John Gruden, I don't want anyone to think I hate the guy because I really don't.
Oh, you totally hate that guy.
Hate is a very strong word, and I know some of you don't like it. Personally, I love it. And when I hate
Paul
somebody,
about the French.
That's it. And when I hate somebody, there's a very good reason. So I compile.
Damn, I just got us canceled in France.
Yeah, you did. It's fine.
Or 2 followers.
It's fine. No one listens in France. So I compiled a top 10 list of the most hated NFL people over the years, and I put them in order. But there's no need to say why I hate them, as it should speak for itself.
Okay, I like this.
Number 1.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Phillip Rivers.
Sure.
I bet you're shocked at that one.
No.
Number 2, Terrell Davis.
No, okay. He's in my top 5.
Sure.
Yeah.
Number 3, John Elway.
That's my number 1.
Oh,
yeah.
Elway's by a long shot my number 1.
Number 4, LaDainian Tomlinson.
He's 2 or 3. Yeah, he's way up there.
Number 5, Steve Largent.
Oh, okay. That's going back because the Seahawks were an AFC West rivalry for us back then. Yeah.
Yep.
Good one, Paul.
Number 6, Walt Coleman.
He's 1 or 2. He's probably 2.
Yeah,
he's right.
He's top 3. He's top 3.
He's way up there.
He's way up there.
Because that cost us a championship. He's
Yep.
up there with Saragusa.
Yeah. Oh,
like
those
are the guys that I hate. Quote hate because I don't hate anybody. But if I were going to call it hate the ones that cost us championships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. And
we're smug about it.
That's why Elway. That's why Walt Coleman.
Yep.
That's why Tony Saragusa. I think those are our 3, and then Terrell Davis, whatever, and Tomlinson. Yeah, you got it.
Number 7, Gene Steratore.
Fuck. Oh.
Darn it, Michelle.
It's fine. It's fine.
See, that wasn't off the cuff because I'd like to meet him in a back alley.
Bruh.
I sure would.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure would.
no love for him, but he didn't cost us a championship.
Okay,
he just
did
punked
not.
us.
No,
on Monday
he
Night Football.
punked us with a
that
smirk on his
smile and
face.
that smirk.
Right.
If I could meet Gene
Suck
Steratore
a
in the back alley,
bruh.
like behind the Ryman in Nashville,
Dude.
y'all wouldn't see that bitch resurface.
No
I'm not
shit.
kidding.
Hey, yeah, for real. For real.
I'm not
yeah.
playing. Y'all
Yeah.
have to come and recover his ass.
Yeah.
Because that
And
smirk
bail you
alone,
out.
Well, no, because I'd be gone. They wouldn't
That's
know it was
it.
me.
Number 8, Tony Saragusa.
Oh.
There you go. Yep. Get it up there. Yep.
Number 9,
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And
yeah.
number 10,
I love Paul.
Pete Rozelle.
Oh,
I like it.
dig it. Yeah,
I like it.
That's a
Paul
good one
holds
too.
grudges. I
Paul,
love it.
Absolutely good.
Like,
Good stuff,
Yep.
Paul.
like I said before, folks, there's only 5 weeks till training camp. So hang in there. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Edgerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Pauly Award winner 2019 and 2022, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, five-time times 2 winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Paul.
Paul, your name Paul?
Paul.
That's my favorite.
I met him with Paul.
Hello, Paul.
I love that one.
Yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, so before we move on to the voicemails,
yeah.
I want to give respect to the girl that I decided to spend my life with.
Oh, yeah, you
that's-
damn
you
right.
sure
I
should.
saw
My
that.
beautiful, beautiful wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I love her more than life itself, right?
Yeah.
I do.
So she just jumped in the chat.
Yeah.
She donated $50
Hey, thank you, Chris.
of Swag's money to the One Nation Foundation. I love that about her.
Yeah, I love that about
But
her.
in her comment, she said, "Give my chips to Ebony Graves."
Precious.
Oh,
I
hey.
love it.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
Good
so
stuff there.
much respect.
Much respect
to my
Chris.
beautiful wife.
There
I love
go.
you.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Good stuff there from Miss Chris. All right, let's jump into these voicemails. We've got 2 to get to tonight, and then we're going to give away this Rich Gannon jersey on this freaking marathon. This is what happens when we go every 2 weeks, though. You know what
Bro,
I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we go
let's
every,
go,
like,
dude.
you know,
Dude, it's 9. This we're at 3
Oh, it's
hours
9.
like now.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like we're pulling some lengthy episode here. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the first caller we had time. We have 2 incredible callers tonight. First off, let's hear from our buddy Frankie Mosqueda, who recently visited the Northeast.
What's up, Murf? What's up, Swaggy? It's Frankie Mosqueda, the Unholy Roller Raiders. Great show as always, guys. Hey, just wanted to say something. So I live in L.A., and, I can't always make it out to the East Coast, and I just happened to get back from touring the New England States. I made a sign, man, and I took it in front of a Gillette Stadium. I know all the shit pretty much calmed down with all the hatred towards Josh McDaniels and all that, but I still had to go ahead and do it. Anyways, man, the saying, kill them with kindness. You guys definitely are killing me with optimism. Which is totally cool, man, because I just hope we win, right? But yeah, man, so this whole JJ shit going on with the contract, I think they gotta pay him, man. I know he's a running back and they don't have, a long shelf life. At least, some of them do. And some don't, whatever. You can always find them in the draft, whatever. But, I mean, JJ scores points for us. He pretty much carried the team last year. And I know he's the position. And I know other running backs are like, hey, man, we're part of the reason why we score points. And honestly, defensive ends and cornerbacks and even linebackers that get paid a ton of money really don't have that much of an impact on a game like all year round. I mean, they can be double teamed and shut out, or not even thrown to or whatever, not get turnovers. Unless you're like a Ray Lewis or Ned Reed or Palomalu or something like that. But, yeah, man, I would hate for JJ to get traded, and I hope we do sign him long term, at least another 3 years. That means he'll be 7 years with us, and I think that's pretty good right there, man. So I say pay the man, and if it wasn't for dumbass Dickler overpaying a washed up, aging defensive end, Chandler Jones, I mean, we wouldn't be in this situation. And if you look at the history, I mean, guys, defensive ends, outside linebackers, once they get past 28, man, they go downhill. I mean, it happened to LT, happened to some of the greats. Anyways, man, love you guys. Go Raiders.
All right, there's Frankie Mosqueda. We love you too, Frankie.
Yeah, we do.
And for those of you on the audio podcast, we got a picture up on our YouTubes, and it's Frankie with this sign that says "You left your McTrash in Vegas," and he's standing out in front of of Gillette Stadium.
I love it.
Yeah, good stuff there from our good buddy Frankie Mosqueda, and thank you for your support of the One Nation Foundation tonight as well, my friend. Thank you very much for that. All right, so hey, if you got candles, light them.
Oh, hell yeah.
What?
If you've got some aromatherapy, go ahead and get that fired up. If you've got lights, dim them. Just to settle back into your chair, into your comfy place, and relax and drift away.
Hell yeah.
With the dulcet tones of Raider-born Rico.
Hey guys, Raider-born Rico here. So just to spread some love, because I have nothing to say about the Raiders, I normally disappear during the off season, but I always do like a rundown of the Senior Bowl, a rundown of the draft before and after the draft, and this year I haven't done nothing of that. And the main reason why is because I'm a bit tired of getting hyped for all those rookies and all those free agents, and then nothing happened. Look at what happened with Antonio Clown, and look what happened with DC for 9 years. Look what happened with some veterans that we signed and then they were crap. We got a first pick that ended up in jail, and that doesn't mean I'm not hyped for my team. I'm not hyped for the Raiders. Absolutely, like every offseason. I can't wait. I hate this time of the season because I can't see my team playing. So I can't wait for September, but that's the point. This year, I just want people to prove me they fit in the Raiders organization. They fit as a badass Raider team. So I want to see them starting to kick some asses starting September, kickoff. I don't care to see me. No, I will watch them in the preseason, but even there, I'm not gonna get hyped for that. I can watch all scroll down pictures of on a Raider website of Jimmy Garoppolo for Giorgio Armani all day. That doesn't hype me at all. Like, I don't care. I want to people prove me they're fit for the team. So that's why you haven't heard a lot about me also for the draft and these kinds of things. So with all that said, absolutely go Raiders. Can't wait to see them playing. Welcome to all the draft class. I don't care. Just prove me something, And you're the best show on the internet. I don't like internet. You know that. You know that, Murf. I'm not an expert of internet. I don't care. And but I'll like you, watch you, whatever you're gonna be. Love that Port show. The Port show is really good. And obviously Raiders for Radio is always on point. Great crew. Cheers to all of you guys. Cheers to all of you. I think it's Fanny Award time very soon as well. And with all that say, love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I'm out.
Let's go, Rico. Love it. Love it.
Thank you, brother
Love
Rico. That is incredibly kind, and the feeling's mutual, my friend. And it's always good to hear from you in the off season. Again, like you said there, he's not too active when we're not in season, and so it's really good to hear from Rico. And I'm with him, man. And seeing that's as much as we can be blindly bought in. I want to totally belabor this point tonight, but I kind of get the idea that there's skepticism until there's reason to not have it. And so So I'll much respect to Rico, and I love it that here Rico's the Italian-born. He lives in the Canary Islands, but he's Raider-born Rico. Man.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's it.
Like that's just freaking money. And to get those kinds of compliments from you, my friend, thank you so very, very much. That's incredibly kind. Your words mean a lot to us here at Raiders Fan Radio, and thank you so very, very much for that. All right, let's give a Sizzler Award away.
Yep.
So for those of you that are new to the show, the best email or phone caller we get for the evening is Swag Jeff awards the Sizzler Award to the best of the best. And Swaggo, who do we got tonight?
Absolutely, man. So we started out with a couple of great emails from Hooligan Nation and Paul. And then we had voicemails from Rico and Frankie. Frankie was just all about pay JJ. So tonight's BRT Raiders Fan Radio Sizzler Award goes to Raider Boy Rico.
I am the Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler. Sizzler. Sizzler. Sizzler.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Don't have a broke foot. Get your foot.
Fix your damn foot, bro.
We all praying for your
Please.
foot. We all praying for that foot.
T's and P's be your foot.
So it's funny, and I know we're way over, so I'm just going to go for it. The beginning of that, when you hear James Hetfield and Metallica say, this one's for your Oakland Raiders. So I was telling Valerie the story. We were sitting on the couch. We were talking about some stuff, whatever. And for whatever reason, I don't remember why that came up. And I'm like, the freaking Metallica played the parking lot of the 2002 AFC Championship game. We beat the shit out of the Titans. And she's like, really? She's like, was it like a thing? I'm like, they just showed up and did it. Like it wasn't even like
showed up and it was like in a freaking trailer that opened up.
She was thinking it was like a halftime thing or like on the field. I'm like, no, they just showed up in the parking lot and did an entire concert. And it's just, when you're a Metallica fan and especially
that's iconic,
bruh.
It's like two of my favorite things that exist, like blending together. It's like, if you only
it's the best.
If only you had like I don't know, like some Darth Vader in there or something. You know what I mean? Or like some like these are all of my favorite things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This is freaking perfect.
Lamont's favorite movie, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Is it really?
He loves The Sound of Music. Yeah.
No
Just called him out. He
kidding.
really does love that movie. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, see what that's so
Absolutely he
fun.
does,
That's
yeah.
so funny. These classic movies are still favorites.
Oh, yeah. He loves it.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
My
same.
my
yeah, I
all-time
same, yeah.
favorite. It's
Yeah.
Really?
goated.
Wizard of Oz? What's yours?
Goated.
Let's do it quick because we got to give this thing
Oh,
up.
Mary Poppins, which I guess isn't
Mary
probably
Poppins?
old, but that's
No,
one of
no,
my
that's
favorites.
sick.
Yeah,
I love it.
Love Mary
Is
Poppins.
Raiders of the Lost Ark
Yeah.
old enough yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
old-
sure,
yeah, it's
for
old
sure.
enough.
Raiders of the
Yeah,
Lost Ark.
1000%.
Raiders-
Yeah.
1981.
And
so,
Willy
yeah.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's another one.
Oh,
of my favorites.
That's
that's
second
a
for me.
goat.
It's
Yeah,
second
it's
for
a
me.
goat, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Second for me.
same,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
All right. Chat room's like,
They're like, okay, guys.
talk about the Raiders.
We
Talk about the
got it.
Raiders.
We got it.
Talk about
Well,
Rich Gannon.
But also tell us how much you love all those
My-
movies, because you do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And my all-time favorite viewing experience, Black Sunday.
Oh,
Bro,
John
yes.
Facenda
Bring it
narrating the
back
Super Bowl,
around.
January
Oh,
22nd,
my
1984.
heart,
It is
my
perfect.
heart.
Come on, Marcus
Yes.
Allen running with the night. Like some of the lines that he drops in that when he says like
Tyrone said Grease too, which is
Grease
that's
2?
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's
Shout out Shooter McGavin, right?
shout out Shooter McGavin.
Shout out Chris
Pfeiffer,
McDonald,
and
bro.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Don't sleep on Grease too.
Don't sleep on
Or
it.
Adrian
Tyrone,
Zemed.
okay.
He's a big Adrian Zemed guy.
I feel you on all those.
Oh
Respect.
my gosh! All right,
There
let's,
was another donation.
Oh,
Did
there
you see
was.
it?
Okay,
let's all right. Let's shout that donation out, and then and let's do some poker chips and give this jersey away. Do you need me to stall, Jeff? You need me to talk about
Yes.
the Raiders?
Yep.
Okay.
Talk about the Raiders. Hurry, Murph.
Ready? Go. Talk about the Raiders. But yeah, so but Black Sunday, that's my favorite. I love all of the three Raiders Super Bowl tributes from NFL films are spectacular. And of course, in much respect to Steve Sable Jr., not Jr., Steve Sable, his dad, Ed Sable, the guy that founded NFL Films. But Steve Sable's the guy, for those of you that don't know, penned The Autumn Wind. He's the guy that actually wrote The Autumn Wind.
There you go.
Yeah. Absolutely iconic and will still live, in immortality in terms of Raider Nation.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, so how about we give this jersey away?
Give this damn jersey away. Absolutely.
And, absolutely.
Okay, Michelle, you got to go around to,
Yep.
the other
and
side
and
there,
we're
and I'll move the camera.
and just
Headphones off.
just FYI, we're gonna be giving away bonus prizes tonight.
Okay, all right.
Because we hit a milestone.
Oh, nice.
We
okay,
good.
All right.
We good. So we're gonna run it down.
Okay.
So we're going to in no particular order. All right. You ready, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Scoot over, Michelle. Scoot a little bit more, just so they can see. Where the
just
chips
I
are
have one arm. I have one arm.
Yeah,
it's perfect. All right.
Yeah, there you go. Right there. That gets it in the frame.
And no, it's perfect. It's perfect. Billy Bats Raider, $10 donation.
Okay.
Let's see. Jay Will, $20 donation.
Thank you, Jay Will.
Kill Jadis, $10 donation.
Thank you, Kill Jadis.
One chip gang.
One chip gang.
John Ogle, $20 donation.
$20. Thank you, John Ogle. Your tattoo looks fantastic in this shot too, Jeff.
Does it?
Yeah,
Good.
looks good. Looks good.
Trinidad, $30 donation.
Thank you, Trin. You're gonna watch this later, Jeff, and be like, "Wow, look at my bicep."
I can't wait to see it. Jay Morris, $20 donation.
Spit it out there, Junior. Thank you, Jay Morris.
Hooligan Nation, $30 donation.
Hey, thank you, Hooligan.
Let's see. Tider Raider, $40
Thank you,
donation.
Tider Raider.
My biceps, they weren't ready for this.
Mike Lynn in Tennessee, $20 donation.
Thank you, Mike Lynn in Tennessee.
Yeah. Frankie Mosqueda, $20 donation.
Thank you, Frankie Mosqueda.
Yep. Jesus Alvarez, $10 donation.
Hey, thank you, Jesus. Appreciate you, my friend.
T-Hom, $20 donation.
Thank you, T-Hom.
Yep. Ron, $20 donation.
Ron. Thank you, Ron the Maid Raider, holding it down in the chat room.
Tyrone Graves, $20 donation.
Thank you, Mr. Tyrone.
B. Al, $20 donation.
Thank you, B. Al. Appreciate you, B. Al.
Pineapple, $30 donation.
Hey, thank you, Pineapple.
Lee B, $60 donation.
$60 from Lee B. Thank you, Lee B.
Big Shane, $100
Big Shane.
donation.
Thank you, Big Shane.
Ebony Graves.
Miss Ebony.
$130 donation.
Hey, thank you, Miss Ebony.
With the assist from my wife.
Hey, that'll work.
That's it. Just Win Wendy, $50 donation.
Hey, thank you, Just Win Wendy.
Kevin the Raider Nerd, $100 donation.
Hey, Kevin the Raider Nerd. Thank you.
Chef B, $60 donation.
Hey, thank you, Chef B.
Jason Hunter, $60 donation.
Hey, thank you, Jason Hunter.
CPA Joel, $60 donation.
Hey, thank you, CPA Joel. Oh, dropping chips there. Watch it. Jeff's only got one arm.
It's fine. Yeah, I have one arm. Shut up. And let's see. Animal Mother, $70 donation.
And real quick too, much respect to Animal Mother, because we got also a check for almost $300 for his run, just run baby effort, to where he's running.
Get
and
out of
people
here! Are you serious?
We got a $300 stuff, and he said, and there's more coming. So much respect to Animal Mother, to our good friend Aaron for doing that. Thank you very, very much.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. Hey, so let's shout out the total.
Okay.
So I listed everybody out. If you're counting at home, $1,010 tonight for the One Nation Foundation. Let's go, guys. Thank you. It's unbelievable.
That is money.
Unbelievable.
That is amazing.
$1,010.
Very, very much.
All right.
Wow.
So Michelle,
it's been a hot minute since we got into four figures, y'all.
It is.
That
all right.
is
So
phenomenal.
Michelle is
Okay,
shaking
all
up
right.
the chips right now.
That's a perfect spot where you got the bag too, by the way.
Yep. 100%.
So make sure I'm trying to like stay in the shot.
I know. Normally we have a reference monitor for everybody to see. For those of you that are in the that care to know. So yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
All
go
right.
from
Michelle's
right there.
digging in. Just shake it around. Yeah. Yep.
All right, here we go. And this is for the Rich Gannon autographed away jersey. You
She got
one?
it.
Okay, show the camera. What do we got? It is number 23.
Number 23. That is Animal Mother.
Oh!
Animal Mother, congratulations, my friend. You are the winner of the Rich Gannon signed jersey, Animal Mother. Congratulations. All right, next up.
Thank you, Aaron. That is so freaking
100%,
cool, man.
100%.
That is amazing.
So the next
Send me your address. Email me, show@RaidersFanRadio.com.
I mean, we're going to see Joel on Friday, so.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Still.
So the next winner will be for a Raiders Fan Radio shirt.
Okay.
And we do have a new shirt. We didn't even talk about that.
Okay. That's number 20.
Number 20, that is T-Hom.
Hey, T-Hom.
T-Hom. Congratulations, T-Hom. Send us your size and address, and you will get our brand new swaggering Raiders Fan Radio shirt.
It looks like this with a skull. Let's get one more.
No, two more.
Oh, wow.
Yep, 100%.
Damn it, Jeff, hold the corner. What's the matter with you?
I got one arm, bitch.
Damn it, just working on one arm here, people. Are you ready?
All right.
All right, what we got?
Oh, okay. This is
It's 7.
7, Kevin the Raider Nerd. Kevin the Raider Nerd, you are a proud winner of a Raider Dad patch.
Oh, cool, because Kevin puts patches on his stuff, too. That's perfect. Oh, good call, dude.
Yep,
right on.
100%.
Okay, all right, one more, or are we done?
Yep, one more.
Okay, one more.
Sorry, you're doing that, Michelle.
All right. This is awesome. Okay. We've already done that one. No repeats. We don't do repeats.
We don't do repeats. We don't like sequels.
All right, who we got?
Okay, here we go.
Number 5, that is Just Win Wendy. Just Win Wendy, congratulations. You have won a Raider Dad patch.
Awesome. Oh, how fun. Wendy's the best. Wendy's the absolute best. And thank you to all of those of you.
Yes.
Swag Jeff just ran everybody's donations down. It's been a hot minute since we got into the 4-figure mark here at Raiders Fan Radio.
$1,010.
That's incredible.
And respect to CPA Joel for helping with some matches on that, giving some extra poker chips out. Yeah, as well as us right here, we're with the members and stuff like that. So much respect.
And thank you to all of those of you that donated tonight, that participated in the chat tonight, that support this show. Even if you can't support this show monetarily, all we ask is that you give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, just to help get the word out for Raiders Fan Radio. All of that stuff helps us because with more viewers, we get more advertising opportunities, like our good friends at Caesars, and that absolutely generates money for the foundation. So again, thank you to all of those of you that contributed monetarily and otherwise. We love you guys, and I say this all the time. I could do an entire episode just telling you how much we are thankful for what you do to help us support Raiders-related charities like Raider Dad and the Blitnikoff Foundation through our One Nation Foundation. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to see you in a couple weeks live. We'll see you next week on Rundown. Love you. Michelle?
Yeah. Listen, and every one of you that did the member thing or whatever it was, Jeff's gonna let me know, and I'm gonna get to drawing, and I'm gonna get each one of you a hand-drawn skull and crossbones out to your.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
That's cool. Thank you guys for doing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely hit us up on that. Yeah, and you know what? And I'll just say it. Chef B, Hooligan Nation, Lee B, Frankie Mosqueda, Ron, T-Hom, Tiderator, Tyrone Graves, Ebony Graves, Animal Mother, Trinidad, and Pineapple. You guys are the maid of the made men.
The best of the best.
Can't thank you enough. That's unbelievable. A new feature that YouTube has. You're a member.
Yeah.
You're at the head of the table, bruh. So, hey, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. And don't forget, boys and girls, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
You're damn right.
We love you guys. Much respect. See you soon.
Much respect, Oakland fan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Good night, YouTube.
Adios, malingerers.